And welcome, racing fans and NASCAR fans. Here we're for Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play here for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series race at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And welcome to one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. Hope you guys are ready for some NASCAR racing. Let's make sure everything is working here as we get ready. Yes, looks like we are rolling. Thank you guys. What is up, everybody? As we get ready, let's get things going here. I appreciate everybody hanging out here with us today. All right. So let's get through our starting grid here in this one. As we see here, Austin Dillon now as we see a lot of the drivers going through the pit lane here as they get down their pit road speeds before we get ready for the start of this race, ladies and gentlemen. And here's Larry McReynolds talking about the car with us today.
Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now look at the airflow over.
And he's talking about the aerodynamics over the car and how it plays here in this race here. Using that diffuser in the back helps with downforce on the rear of the car, which is going to be key in this race here today.
These cars, the strakes and the fins and the rear diffuser are sealed to the racetrack, about 1,025 pounds of downforce. But look at the second car. If it comes up off the racetrack just a half-inch, 10% reduction, 925 pounds. Look at this, another half-inch to an inch.
So many adjustments will take the downforce off the rear of the car, and we'll see how that takes place here today at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, one of the fastest racetracks that we do have on the circuit here, a 1.5 mile racetrack here at Tri-Oval. As we get ready here, guys, we see Christopher Bell is starting out on the pole here in his number 20 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Danny Hamlin also on the front row in the number 11 Toyota Camry there for Joe Gibbs Racing. Also another Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota in the Ty Gibbs number 354 Toyota. Bubba Wallace there on the second row as well in the number 23 Toyota for 2311 Racing. And we see the wind here going about 15 to 26 miles per hour. It's a southwest wind here at this Tri-Oval Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We see Ryan Blaney, last week's winner, starts at 6 in his number 12 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing. Kyle Larson will start 5th in the number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. We see this race will be 267 laps here, guys, 400 miles. Stage 1 will be 80 laps. Stage 2 will be 85 laps. The final stage will be 102 laps here, with pit road speed being about 45 miles an hour. And our pit window, should say our fuel window, is anywhere from 60 to 65 laps here in this upcoming race. As we see, Tyler Reddick will be starting 7th in the number 45 Toyota for 2311 Racing. Ryan Preece is starting 8th in his number 60 Ford for RFK Racing. And we see here, William Byron is starting 9th in his 24 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, and Chris Buescher rounds out the top 10 here, starting 10th in his number 17 Ford Mustang for Roush Keselowski Racing. We see here Austin Dillon starts 11th in his number 3 Chevrolet for RCR Racing. Zane Smith, who's been doing really well over the last few races here, he's going to start 12th in the number 38 Ford Mustang. We see Daniel Suarez will start 13th in his number 7 Chevrolet. And we see for Spire Motorsports, Eric Jones will start 14th, the number 43 Toyota, and Chase Elliott will start 15th in the number 9 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Shane Van Gisbergen will be starting 16th in the number 97 Chevrolet for Trackhouse Racing, and Ross Chastain, his teammate, will be starting 17th in the number 1 Chevrolet here. And Chase Briscoe, who's also a big contender to win this race here, will start 18th in the number 19 Toyota there for Joe Gibbs Racing, and Carson Hocevar will start 19th here in his number 77 Chevrolet, as Riley Herbst starts out 20th here in his number 35 Toyota there for 2311 Racing. All right, guys, as we get things started and get ready to go here, appreciate everybody hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
race cars on pit road.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys! As we see here, Christopher Bell is now out in front there in the number 20 Toyota Camry. And he definitely takes the lead here coming out of turn number 1. As we head out at exit of turn number 2, it's a really good 2x2 racing. And oh man, here we go, 3 wide down the backstretch. As these drivers try to make moves as soon as they can on these restarts, this is going to be key throughout this race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This tri-oval is not only hot, it's fast here in the Sin City. And oh, we've got a car loose. The number 97 of Shane Van Gisbergen was sideways going down the front stretch. And he's able to hold on to it somehow. But now here comes Danny Hamlin on the inside of his teammate looking to take the lead away from Christopher Bell. And Chase Briscoe also making a nice move here in the number 19 Toyota as Danny Hamlin tries to take the lead away here in Las Vegas. And Christopher Bell and him are side by side, but Bell gets a nice run there in the tri-oval there in the front stretch. And he'll hold on to the lead here, but Danny Hamlin is battling, and Hamlin takes the lead heading into turn number 1. They're side by side at the exit of turn number 2. And wow, that number 11 Toyota looks fast, but we see Christopher Bell able to hold on the outside. Hamlin has got the speed heading into the corner, but Christopher Bell's able to hold on the exit of the corner. But Danny Hamlin's able to take the lead, and we've got a new leader here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And welcome, NASCAR fans, as we're racing here in Las Vegas. Danny Hamlin is your new leader here in the number 11 Toyota Camry. As we're looking at the action going back, how does Shane Van Gisbergen get sideways? Well, we see the contact there on the inside door of the number 43, and how did Shane Van Gisbergen hold on to that number 97 Chevrolet? This is an amazing save by SVG. He gets sideways and somehow stays on asphalt. A very good save there for the number 97 as Danny Hamlin is your new leader now with Christopher Bell dropping back to the number 2 position here in the number 20 Toyota Camry.
He's been making his own luck this year. A couple of times he has spun.
All right, how we doing, guys? How's my fans doing? What's up, guys? We'll get to this chat as soon as we get to a commercial break. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Let's go. All right. So we see here some action as a lot of these cars try to figure out what kind of speed they've got here early on in this run. We're about 6 laps into stage number 1 here with 262 total laps to go here throughout this race. What's up, King, Wayne, Ghost? How we doing? Hell yeah, time for a cold beer and watch some steer. It's time to sit and talk some shit. Let's go, Ghost. Hell yeah, man. All right, so Danny Hamlin has taken over the lead, and he's stretching that out over Christopher Bell here as we ride along here with Austin Dillon. He started 11th, and he's already dropped back a couple of positions here as that number 3 Chevrolet tries to figure out what kind of a car he has here as he tries to get that car dialed in. We'll have to wait till our first round of pit stops here. Now, remember, guys, our fuel window is anywhere from 60 to 65 laps here on this racetrack here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All right, thank you guys. If you have any questions or super chats or anything you guys would like to ask me, don't forget to hit me up here in the live stream. I appreciate you guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And oh man, look at that close save there. Hocevar almost got into the front bumper of Joey Logano as the number 22 Ford Mustang had a nice run, and he'll take that position away from the number 77 Chevrolet. And man, the odd man out there is kind of Daniel Suarez as he ends up losing 2 spots with 2 cars much faster than his as he tries to get his car dialed in. Now, Joey Logano is definitely a contender here at this racetrack, but we'll have to see if he's able to get up towards the front. So as we see here, Ty Gibbs riding along in that number 54 Monster Energy Toyota Camry. And there with the Hendrick.com number 5 Chevrolet there with Kyle Larson, who's definitely a threat here at Las Vegas as he battles for that 3rd place position, and a nice run here by teammates as we see Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick battling there for the top 5 spot. Reddick in the number 45 Toyota is in 5th, and Bubba Wallace in the number 23 purple Toyota Camry there for 2311 Racing is 6 currently. Those Toyotas look very fast here early on. And Tyler Reddick is actually having a paint scheme that's a throwback to one of the first wins for 2311 when Kurt Busch was their driver. It's the same paint scheme that he won back in Kansas in that number 45 Toyota Camry. So an Air Jordan badass paint scheme there for Tyler Reddick, who's already got 3 wins this season in that number 45 Toyota Camry for 2311 Racing. And Bubba Wallace, man, this guy's already high in the standings this year, and he's a legit contender as we continue to go. And we see Danny Hamlin holding on to the lead here as we're 12 laps down here in stage number 1 of this race here for the NASCAR Cup Series at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Hamlin has led 9 of 11 laps in Las Vegas.
All right, how's everybody doing? Hey, can't wait to watch. Had fun last week. Wesley Wood, what's going on, man? Appreciate you here. Uh-oh, and guys, it did look like they showed another replay there of SVG somehow surviving that sideways, almost near caution that we seen a moment ago. Man, I gotta tell you, dude, this SVG guy is impressing me. Not only with the way that he's starting to get competitive at these oval or tri-oval racetracks and the super speedways, but man, the way he's been able to have control of that car, especially this season, that's not the first time he's made a great save like that in that number 97 Chevrolet. All right, how we doing, guys? Chat is popping off here. King of Naps, what's up? God bless you too, brother. Thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. And what else we got here, man? Oh yeah, I gotta say this once again for Ghost Honor 5 says, hell yeah, time for a cold beer and watch them steer. And time to sit and talk some shit. Let's go, heck yeah. Thank you, Ghost 5, one of our members here on Tim Reynolds Show, hanging out here with us today. And Wayne Martin, what's going on, man? Bell all the way. Hey, Christopher Bell is a legit contender here at Las Vegas. Him and Kyle Larson have been the drivers that have been able to get to victory lane here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the most out of any Cup Series driver over the last few seasons. What's going on? We got Wesley Wood. What's going on, man? Says, can't wait to watch. Had fun last week. Thank you, Wesley. Appreciate you, man. And we go here. Ghost says, Van Spin Burger still can't figure it out the left. All right, well, he'll figure it out, Ghostify, man. That was a great save by SVG, man. Bubbles, bubbles will pop. Here we go. Heck yeah, man. All right, already popping off here, guys, on the live stream there. We got the tracker. Here we go. Tracker here for you guys. To keep you in track with everything here. I'll try to scroll through and also scroll through the comments and everything as well, guys, through the commercial breaks here. So appreciate you guys. And we're seeing a changing of position here as we're side by side with this commercial break. And we did notice that Tyler Reddick was able to get around the number 5 Chevrolet of Kyle Larson. And Tyler Reddick takes away that number 4 position away from Kyle Larson. And that number 45 Toyota looks very fast. But now we'll have to see what adjustments Kyle Larson can make, because he's definitely a contender here at Las Vegas. And you've got to imagine that he'll try to get with this crew chief and figure out some adjustments on their first set of pit stops as he falls back to the 5th place position in that number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. All right, we got a battle here near the back as we see Riley Herbst, another driver for 2311, trying to get up in the inside of Austin Cindric, but Cindric's got a good run off the corner there going down the backstretch in that number 2 Ford Mustang.
Complete. Denny Hamlin leading Christopher Bell by half a second.
Mick Schumacher drives IndyCar now. Dude, that's awesome, man. Now we see here Danny Hamlin with the fastest lap thus far here through the race. Ty Gibbs with the second fastest lap as Danny Hamlin went just over 183 miles an hour, with Ty Gibbs going just under 183 with 182.87. Christopher Bell right behind him as the 3rd fastest. So the 3 fastest cars on the tracks are all Toyotas. And we see here with 5 of the top 6 are Toyotas here at Las Vegas, as we continue to see these drivers battle it out here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jeffrey, what's up, man? He says, go Chase Elliott. Heck yeah.
It's done everything that we hoped to. It's just a matter of getting the balance right. He said yesterday in practice, he went out on track too loose. So trying to turn those knobs and figure out what this new car needs. Right now, Kyle Larson falling off a bit too quick. They need a little bit of an adjustment for this first stop coming up.
All right, so we hear that there for Kyle Larson, not able to have the right balance in the car that he's looking for. So he's going to be looking for a big adjustment here as he heads into his first set of pit stops coming up here soon. We will see a first round of pit stops here before the end of stage number 1, with that fuel window being anywhere from 60 to 65 laps for most of these Cup Series drivers. All right, here we go, man. Wesley Wood says, Ryan Blaney is my guy. Happy to see him get the win last week. Heck yeah, Wesley, it was a big win for Ryan Blaney as he looks to continue off that momentum here today. He's currently riding 7th right now in that number 12 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing. And we see here another Penske Racing driver, Joey Logano. He's on the inside of Ross Chastain, looking to get up inside the top 15 as the number 22 Ford Mustang looks to the inside of the number 1 Chevrolet, and he's going to take away that top 15 spot there from Ross Chastain. But now Chastain there looking for a nice run off the corner here down the front stretch into the tri-oval, and he'll now get that air off the top back bumper there. And we see there a nice drive off the corner there for Ross Chastain, but Logano is able to get into the corner with a little bit more speed than that number 1 Chevrolet. So that number 22 Ford Mustang will take that 15th place position away from Ross Chastain. And we'll see how many more spots Joey Logano can continue to take here as he continues to move up front in this matchup.
He says, Joey and I are good. We worked it out.
Yeah, I mean, stuff's going to happen, and that's the thing. Look, I've seen Logano as we ride on board with this Hunt Brothers Pizza camera. It's so hard to not just say, heck the heck with him. I'm not calling him. He raced me hard. It's hard to pick up.
All right, here we go, guys. Cracking open a cold one for y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show, one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. It's Tim Reynolds Show. Let's go, and cheers to you guys. And thank you, NASCAR fans and racing fans, for hanging out here with us on this beautiful Sunday. As we head into a commercial break here, Danny Hamlin continues to lead. We've got good green flag racing as of yet. We'll try to make sure we'll keep you guys into the action here as we're side by side now on this commercial break. And just want to give a quick toast and a salute and thank you and say God bless to every single one of y'all who tuned in last week. We had a record-setting live stream here on Tim Reynolds Show with the most views we've ever had on any NASCAR stream we've had here on the channel. But also, guys, it was one of our top viewed live streams we've ever done. So thank you, guys. Maybe we could top that. We almost reached 10,000 views on the last one, guys. It was a bunch of likes as well. So we'll see where we're able to go here today, but we're off to a great start. And just want to say cheers and thank you to all of you guys for all the support. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And any way you guys can continue to help support the channel really does mean a lot. Whether you can like and subscribe, sign up for channel memberships, donate, or actually ask me any shout outs, any questions that you want with those super chats. Any way you guys can come, even just hang out and enjoy the live stream. It means a lot to me. So thank you. God bless all of you. And cheers to y'all. Let's go. It's Tim Reynolds Show. All right. Look at everyone with the cheers in the chat. Pop another one. It says my boy Ghost Honor 5. Thank you, man. All right, guys. So let's see what action we got here. So Carson Hocevar battling on the inside there of Ross Chastain, trying to take away that 16th place position. And how about here? We're seeing a battle between Kyle Larson as Larson gets on the inside there of the number 45 Toyota of Tyler Reddick, and now Kyle Larson's back inside the top 4. A good pass there by the number 5 Chevrolet as he's finally getting that car maybe where he wants it here. As we'll see, we're almost 30 laps into stage number 1. That means we're about halfway through a fuel run here. So a lot of these cars, their tire wear is starting to get maybe either where they want it or don't want it, or I should say they're starting to figure out what tire wear are they having here early on. And especially as we see more rubber laid down on this track here in this tri-oval here in Las Vegas, we're going to start seeing the tire sort of gambling here start to happen in the pits. And we remember, they only have so many sets of tires here at Las Vegas. We'll find out how many sets as we get throughout the live stream here for sure for you guys. But we're already halfway through a fuel run, so you got to imagine these cars are starting to see, or I should say starting to feel like either they're keeping their balance or starting to lose their balance, either fading towards the rear or towards the front. How are they braking? How are they still gripping the racetrack with these tires starting to wear now? We'll see what happens. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. Maybe call the race in your might break all the records. Yeah, you funny as heck. Goes fine. Nope. Let's go, Carson Hocevar, his place machine. Heck yeah, man. Let's go, brother. See Kyle Larson win would be cool, but I'm cheering for Blaney, says Wesley Wood. Thank you, man. All right, so we're back to the action here. We are seeing a lot of more passing going near the back of the pack here, with a lot of drivers trying to figure out their race cars here in the early run of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A lot of guys either using the very high of the track or coming down and using that bottom of the racetrack there with a lot of these corners. You're seeing some cars with a really good fast run coming out of the corner, and there's more cars with more of a run heading into the corner. So we'll have to see how these cars all balance out here as Danny Hamlin continues to lead here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So the biggest movers thus far, Austin Cindric in the number 2 Ford Mustang has moved up 11 spots. Brad Keselowski has moved up 9 spots in the number 6 Ford Mustang. Noah Gragson has moved up 8 spots in the number 4 Ford Mustang. And then Joey Logano has moved up 6 spots in his number 22 Ford. And Chase Briscoe has moved up 5 positions in his number 19 Toyota Camry.
4 of those 5 are Fords. To your point at the top of the race, didn't qualify well, didn't have a lot of speed, but moving up. All right, pit stops have begun.
Oh, really?
Tyler Reddick.
And how about this, ladies and gentlemen?
And with him, Briscoe.
Tyler Reddick making a pit stop here, 33 laps into stage number 1. And he'll take fuel and tires. So it looks like there, the number 45 Toyota team decided to cut that stage almost in half, or at least that fuel run. So now he'll have enough gas to get him to the end of the stage. And we're seeing the same thing now from Kyle Larson, who's now in for his first set of tires and gas here in his first pit stop of this race. 34 laps into stage number 1.
It'll be a 4-tire stop here. You see that adjustment right there that we talked about was coming for Kyle Larson as they work on the left side. Solid stop.
All the Hendrick cars stopped. Ryan Blaney.
So here comes the leader, Denny Hamlin, and Ty Gibbs, his teammate, right behind him. As you see, they are reporting all the Hendrick cars pitted first, or I should say pitted together, and a lot of these cars starting to pit. Looks like everyone getting on the same pit strategy here as Danny Hamlin gets to his pit stall very cleanly. It's going to be 4 sets of tires and an adjustment with fuel for the number 11 Toyota Camry. Christopher Bell gives up the lead as he'll come pit as well. Good clean pit stops there from Danny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs. There's Joe Gibbs Racing Pit Crews doing a very good job there. And now as we cycle through stops, we'll have to see who the new leader is. It's a good possibility that we could see Tyler Reddick and Kyle Larson as the 2 cars that are able to come out here with the lead.
And you see Reddick behind him that run down the 11, made a lot of ground up on the 11 car.
But that's okay. You want to give up as much of that gap as possible. If you can get
so guys, this is going to be very interesting to see what happens with these green flag pit stops.
Now let's keep an eye on that. See, there's the 11. That's how much time we were talking about that the 20 car gave up, making that extra lap and getting slowed up to the 11 pitting.
Briscoe and Allgaier.
Yeah, so
fast entering pit road.
Oh no!
Right there is going to cost Christopher Bell 3 spots, staying out 1 lap longer and having to check out.
So Christopher Bell's going to lose a few spots by staying out too long when everyone else started to pit. And what we also heard too is a couple of cars had some penalties, too fast entering the pits.
Having to check up because the leader, Denny Hamlin, pitted in front of him. You see how much he had to move up to avoid him. was already going too fast, couldn't pit that time by, and then the extra lap on old tires that Kevin
So
talked
Christopher
about.
Bell lucky to not run into his teammate as he continues to try to stay out front here.
Right there. This pit road is super difficult, but getting on the pit road is so far around the corner, and if you're running the bottom of the racetrack, you want that left front tire right on the line, so sometimes you can time that wrong and have to check up like Bell did.
Now, the first 10 drivers have not yet pitted, beginning with Joey Logano and down through...
Oh, dude, Ghost, that'd be awesome to send a photo. And we see here the 22 of Joey Logano has taken over the lead here as he tries to go on a longer run. It looks like here in that number 22, no, it looks like he will pit coming around here.
Joey said the car has been really good. I think what they're trying to do here is split it right down the middle in terms of the run as we see him hit pit road now.
So Logano pretty much cut the stage in half at 40 laps rather than about 33 or 35 like everybody else did here. So he'll give up the lead to Carson Hocevar here. And man, very interesting pit strategies here early on in this one, folks. Very interesting here.
It seems like they've made it better today, which they usually do, Clint. They typically make their cars better, but
That's what champions do.
Yeah, and he's going to lose some.
And here we go, speeding penalties for Chase Briscoe in the number 19 Toyota, and Justin Allgaier, who's driving for the number 48 Chevrolet there for the Hendrick Motorsports crew.
So down to McDowell and Custer, the cars that had not pitted. So Brad Keselowski, he is the leader. And
all right, guys, so we're still cycling through here as we're starting to see who's going to end up back in the lead. Right now, it does look like Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs were able to hold on to those top two spots. Kyle Larson has been able to jump up possibly one spot. And also, Bubba Wallace jumps up a couple of spots, but it looks like the two big losers thus far could be Christopher Bell and Tyler Reddick. Reddick was one of the first ones to pit. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Well, they always get better on race day, but the thing that this 6-car...
Damn little gator, come on. Ghost says, I got to see a diecast in the background. Heck yeah, man. Got to show off here with the collection a little bit. And then, and Dale Jr. photo, I've collected them for years. Oh, dude, Ghost, that'd be awesome of you, man. Okay, so we have now cycled through, it looks like, just about everybody besides Cole Custard and Michael McDowell have made their pit stops, it looks like here. And Danny Hamlin, I mean, very impressive with how fast his pit stop was. And he's now taken over the lead there in that number 11 Toyota Camry. Now, right behind him is his teammate, as Ty Gibbs could have a chance to possibly take the lead away from his teammate here, and we'll see how this sorts out.
Waiting for Cole Custer and Mr. Long Run Strategy, Michael McDowell, to make their pit stops. Denny Hamlin back out front.
All right. As we go to another commercial break here side by side, we'll try to keep you guys up to date with the action. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to me, guys. And we see here a nice move by Christopher Bell, and Bell gets on the inside of Bubba Wallace there, and he's going to take away that top 5 spot there from the number 23 Toyota. And Christopher Bell, a little slower stop when he made his green flag pit stop a few laps ago, and he also made it about 2 laps later than his teammates did, Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs, and that did seem to cost him, along with that sort of later pit stop, or longer pit stop, I should say, by the number 20 team. And, ooh, man, Hamlin barely able to get around the number 47 Chevrolet, as he's able to get around Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and he holds on to the lead. What's up, Terry? All right, so we are sorting through right now to get the top confirmation lineup here with everyone doing green flag pit stops. Terry, I'll make sure to get you that lineup for us here in just a few more laps. We are on lap number 46 of 80 here in stage number 1 with 222 laps to go here in the race overall. right now, Denny Hamlin is in the lead in the number 11 Toyota Camry. Ty Gibbs is in second in the number 54 Toyota Camry. Kyle Larson is third in the number 5 Chevrolet, as we see Christopher Bell rounds out the top 4 as he's currently 4th in the number 20 Toyota. And we'll get it sorted through here as a lot of drivers try to get their pit stops done here. And man, a lot of drivers dropped a lap on those green flag pit stops now, so now they'll have to try to get back on the lead lap after losing a lap to some of those faster drivers. All right, so Bubba Wallace currently in 5th right now in his number 23 Toyota Camry, so that's the top 5 as we sort of get back to it here shortly with you guys. I appreciate y'all hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. We see here Tyler Reddick 6th in the number 45 Toyota, William Byron 7th in the number 24 Chevrolet, Ryan Blaney 8th in the number 12 Ford Mustang, Ryan Preece 9th in the number 60 Ford Mustang, and Chase Elliott rounds out the top 10 in the number 9 Chevrolet.
Tyler Reddick right behind them. Larson, Chevy, and 5 Toyotas front of the field. The first Ford is Blaney in 8th.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think that Ty Gibbs was right on the back bumper of this 11 car, Denny Hamlin, and they caught that traffic and a couple decisions.
All right, we see here Hamlin holding on to that lead here with about 30 laps to go here in stage number 1, and Kyle Larson now right behind the back bumper here of Ty Gibbs, looking to battle for that second place position here in this race.
It's just the timing of how you position it and get through there correctly.
In fact, he's got the lead.
Yes, Ghost, it's exactly that. Tires are mattering so much that these crews were willing to cut the stage in half pretty much, or even a little shorter here, to try to get through this first stage with only really wearing through 1 set of tires rather than 2. With those ones that they took off about 30 laps in, that gives them sort of a set of scuff tires, if you will, instead of using up 2 sets of tires in a single stage run here. And poor Chase Briscoe, he's currently 33rd right now after dropping a lap here in this one, as we look at a lot of these drivers after 4 races really far back in the point standings here, and this is crucial for a lot of these drivers. If they want to stay in contention, they have got to start racking up better finishes and racking up more points in the new point system here in the NASCAR Cup Series. So currently driving in 33rd, Chase Briscoe looks to get back up towards the front in his number 19 Toyota Camry. Bell was impressive last week. I'll keep an eye on him. Wesley, I would agree with that. And Terry, hope we were able to get you a good lineup there for the top 10.
Have a bad finish, then you have to go out early and qualifying, and it just makes it worse.
That hole gets deeper.
But he's got a fast car. I mean, he's going to get himself back in a position to where he can get back on the lead lap, but it's going to.
That's right. I like what they're saying on the broadcast here. Don't count out Chase Briscoe just because he's a lap down. He can find a way to get that car back up towards the front. He's got 5 top 5s in the last 6 races at 1.5-mile tracks. So Chase Briscoe already moved up to 30th here, a couple of spots gained for the number 19 Toyota.
He is 1 lap down, but he is the 4th car 1 lap down, so not really in position to get the free.
Yeah, Ghost, I like it too.
Yeah, and
Whereas Byron and Chase Elliott will get you up to date here, man. Byron's in 7th currently in the number 24 Chevrolet, and Elliott is 10th in his number 9 Chevrolet there for Hendrick Motorsports. But how about the Joe Gibbs Racing cars? Besides Chase Briscoe, we see the other 3 cars are inside the top 4. Bell in 4th, Gibbs in 2nd, and Denny Hamlin currently in the lead here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Long runs on that first set of tires.
Love Tracks Tough on Tires. That puts it in the hands of the drivers and the crew chiefs as well. There goes. I think it's cool. The Goodyear tire partnership with NASCAR has really worked out well, with Goodyear trying to bring up good different gripping and sort of different types of tires with wear on different drivers. But how about Austin Cindric here? Up 15 spots. He's the biggest mover here since the start of the race. And that number 2 Ford Mustang, Noah Gragson, up 10 spots in the number 4 Ford Mustang. And Josh Berry up 9 spots in that number 21 Ford Mustang as well. As it looks like the Ford's trying to make some runs here to get up towards the front. Currently, we've got a lot of Toyotas and Chevrolets up front right now, too, with a couple of Fords as well inside the top 10. As we go into another commercial break here, guys, thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show for this live play-by-play here for the NASCAR Cup Series here in 2026 from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All right. Hey, guys, appreciate your comments here, all the little questions that you guys got. Terry, welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well and enjoying their Sunday. And bless all of you guys for coming and hanging out with us here today. We're doing pretty good, having some fun. Hope you guys are having some fun as well. We're currently on a commercial break, so we'll try to wait to get back into the action here. We are side by side, so right now it's been pretty clean green flag racing with a lot of these cars and pit crews sort of really figuring out the balance of their cars here early on. So right now, they're sort of playing it safe, a lot of these drivers, in my opinion, and you're starting to see more rubber get on the track as well as the tires continue to wear, as they continue to try to see where the balance is in their cars right now. We already seen a lot of drivers make adjustments or get adjustments made on their cars on their first round of green flag pit stops. So it's going to be really interesting to see the adjustment swings as, oh man, Hamlin made a big aggressive pass there to get around the number 4 there of Grayson, and that puts him a lap down. That was a very aggressive move by Hamlin, but he gets around the number 4 Ford Mustang. So yeah, guys, we'll see here what big adjustments, what big swings are some of these pit crews and crew chiefs willing to make here after we get to the end of stage number 1 here in about 20 laps. I'm really interested to see this here because you're already seeing that either getting a penalty on pit road or your pit stop being just a little too long could cost you like 4 or 5 spots here at Las Vegas, especially if we stay green flag racing here. So we'll see what happens. All right, don't forget, guys, to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hey, man, the NASCAR and beer go together like cookies and milk. All right, as we're waiting to get back here from commercial break. Oh, look, there we go.
You gotta love coming to a race that has both Blaney and Elvis impersonators. Wow. Second place, Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs. Denny Hamlin in front of them. JGR.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a new driver in the second place position as we see Christopher Bell is able to get around the number 54 Toyota, his teammate Ty Gibbs, and now takes over that second place position. And now Christopher Bell has his eyes set on the leader, Denny Hamlin, as he's got a very fast car here. And it looks like Christopher Bell's been able to making some really good adjustments here. His car looks a lot faster than what it did earlier in this stage 1 run.
But when you have fresher tires like Bell does right now, it just makes you to have that little bit of turn advantage.
King says once you break the seal, it's over.
Navigate when you're in this heavy traffic a little bit better than the other cars.
Which, to your point, is obviously different than the first time around. I mean, now you're mired in traffic spread out with the green flag
Milk and
stop
coffee,
all
Ghost.
over the racetrack.
Milk and coffee.
So you're going to be in traffic a lot more. You need a maneuverable race car.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Larson also has been able to make a move here to get around the number 54 Toyota, Ty Gibbs. And it looks like that car is starting to lose its balance here for that number 54 Toyota.
Running up front, and then you catch the back of the field, and all of a sudden that guy'd be locked down in your line.
So as Ty Gibbs drops back to 4th, Kyle Larson will take that top 3 spot as he tries to get up towards the leaders here. Christopher Bell's now within about a half a second of the leader, Denny Hamlin, and we'll see how long it takes Kyle Larson to get up towards that second place position. As he makes easy work of Noah Grayson there, getting around the number 4 Ford Mustang.
Hometowner Noah Gregson. Larson's last 7 races here include 3.
Yeah, guys, this is so awesome, man. Thank you guys, man. We're doing so good on the live stream. Appreciate everybody in the chat as well. Wayne Martin says Bell all the way. Yeah, Christopher Bell, definitely a serious contender to look out for here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. A sunny day here. We've got 15 laps to go here in stage number 1. Your top 3, Denny Hamlin in first place in the number 11 Toyota, Christopher Bell second in the number 20 Toyota, and Kyle Larson third in the number 5 Chevrolet.
But look at his data. He's really good through the middle of the corner. He picks the throttle back up.
So guys, we're here looking at Ryan Priest, who's currently 8th right now. He's finished 3rd in the spring race in Vegas last year and then finished 9th in the fall race here in Vegas as well. So this driver could definitely get this car into victory lane or close to it here today, and he's already proving that being inside the top 5. Or excuse me, top 10.
Qualifying went pretty well, I think, for when we went.
All right, so they're introducing those crew chief members here. Thank you. Oh, Keith, what's up, brother? All right. Uh-oh, so now, guys, we've got a battle here for the lead. Danny Hamlin now under attack by Christopher Bell, who takes the inside of the number 11, and Christopher Bell is your new leader. But Hamlin won't go away without a fight, as we see these drivers almost made contact going into turn number 1 there. And Hamlin gets a nice run on the high side there in exit number 2, coming down the backstretch, and Danny Hamlin retakes the lead here in Las Vegas. And these lap cars ahead of these 2 Toyotas are definitely going to determine how this battle goes, as Christopher Bell is right on the back bumper of his teammate with 11 to go. So now you're seeing Hamlin under attack here. Christopher Bell on the inside. He's side by side with the leader. And drivers out in front trying to block, as these 2 Toyotas are much faster, but the lap car is just getting in the way here. And we've got a big battle here. Danny Hamlin right out in front of Christopher Bell, but man, almost contact with the 2 Toyotas with the number 42 and 35 out in front of the leaders. As Hamlin and Christopher Bell continue to trade positions here for the lead, these 2 Toyotas look fast.
Is hoping right now that these leaders stay side by side and he doesn't have to, be a lap down when it's all in. Did you see that 20?
So now we see here that number 20 Toyota on the inside of Danny Hamlin, and Hamlin's going to have to get a good run here on the high side. And Christopher Bell takes the lead away, but once again, those lap cars out in front of the number 20 Toyota could determine whether or not Hamlin gets back up towards the front. As we see here, 9 laps to go here in stage number 1.
That's what you got to do to keep him behind you. And that's what
Uh-oh, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing Hamlin now under pressure here by Kyle Larson. And Larson, after Bell and Hamlin were battling for the lead, he was able to get fast lap times, and now he's looking to take over that 2nd place position.
Well, they're all going to be tight when you get traffic like this.
So we've got 8 laps to go here in stage number 1. Christopher Bell is your new leader. Danny Hamlin in 2nd, and Kyle Larson right behind him in 3rd.
Looks like the 5 and the 20
What's going on here, guys? Keith says got a Dr. Pepper and Doritos ready to watch. Heck yeah, man. Who doesn't like some soda and chips with their NASCAR, man? Hey, Tim, been watching the Mind Spot this morning, watching Formula 1. Heck yeah, Joe. What's going on, man? Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Larson on the inside of Danny Hamlin. He's going to take away that top 2 spot there from the number 11 driver. And Hamlin is pissed as he's stuck behind the number 42 Toyota of John Hunter Nemechek. And now trying to get around him on the high side, Kyle Larson will take the bottom, and he's now your 2nd place car. And man, that number 5 Chevrolet looks fast as Hamlin's finally able to get around the number 42 Toyota.
Well, Bell paid dividends by waiting to pit. Reddick is paying the price now for being the first to pit. He's starting to really.
Hey, Tim, it's my birthday today. Just wishing good vibes all around. Thank you, Boba. Happy birthday. Hope you're doing good. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. So Tyler Reddick was the first to pit, and he's sort of paying for it a little bit. Currently just inside the top 10. He's hoping that pit strategy can still play some dividends towards the end of the race.
And how does that play into these two dirt racers' hands? It's always guys that you talk about that can maneuver around and get creative.
All right, so Kyle Larson slowly chipping away at that lead here from Christopher Bell.
Creativity in this car is important because of the
We've got 5 laps to go here in stage number 1. 192 laps to go in total here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
So you have to go somewhere else.
Ooh, Jeffrey having the coffee and vodka. Let's go. Heck yeah. Aaron should have grabbed some. Got to pop some popcorn. Heck yeah, Ghost. Get some popcorn, baby. And Ghost says, damn, pass the chips, man. Hey, if I could, I would, bro. Let's go. I can share. I got no problem sharing. Boba, happy birthday, buddy. Thanks for spending your birthday with us today, man. Keith, what's up in the chat? Says, let's go, Larson. Heck yeah. And guys here, Tyler Reddick dropping back 1 spot here, down to 10th, as Ryan Blaney's able to get around the number 45 Toyota, and that number 12 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing looks very fast here, coming off of that win last week. Ryan Blaney, in the last 8.5 races, he's had 3 top 3 finishes, but also 5 races of 24th or worst.
It seems clear, especially when we get into the race and long runs.
Joe, what's going on? Happy early birthday to Joe Potter as well.
Today he's the leading.
Appreciate you guys.
Well, he's the second Ford right now, behind Ryan Priest.
All right, so 3 laps to go. Christopher Bell still holding on to the lead here as a lot of drivers sort of trying to battle here for position. Remember, you have to finish inside the top 10 to get points at the end of the stage.
Starting to fade. Ty Gibbs has ran up to the back bumper of that 11 car. Took off really good on this run, but has definitely struggled with the second half of this portion.
And uh-oh, guys, we've got a battle here for the top 3 spot. Hamlin could drop another position here. This one to his teammate, as Ty Gibbs is able to get on the inside of the number 11, and that number 54 Toyota looks fast here on the inside, and he'll take away that top 3 spot from Denny Hamlin.
And that thing will get tight as you get to the...
So you can see Hamlin's car after that adjustment. It started off good on the restart, but it's been struggling to find balance ever since. But now here, Ty Gibbs battling side by side, should be able to hold on to that top 3 spot. But Hamlin's not going to let it go without a fight. As we're here on the final lap, here in stage number 1, Christopher Bell coming around turns number 3 and 4. As we see here, Christopher Bell is your stage 1 winner here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kyle Larson is 2nd, Denny Hamlin 3rd, Ty Gibbs in 4th, Bubba Wallace finishes 5th, Byron 6th, Priest in 7th, Elliott in 8th, Ryan Blaney is 9th, with Tyler Reddick finishing 10th to round out the top 10 here after stage number 1 in Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And that's right, guys. We do have a storm coming through up here. We're hoping to make sure we just keep it nice and cool and easy, keep good vibes, you know, and hopefully we keep everything on here, right? Because if they shut off the power, then we can't do the live stream. So, yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Go get you some belts. Shit, Taco Bell. Better watch out, Wesley. Happy old day to all of you. Hope you get drunk and get some. Heck yeah, Ghost. There you go, brother. That's our boy, Ghost. Anyone ready for some snow up north? Keith, not really. I'm tired of the snow. I'm already tired of it. Heck yeah, Keith says, let's go, Carson. Heck yeah, man. Hope y'all are doing good. No, Keith, I'm in Norfolk, so my weather has been gorgeous. All right. All right, guys. We're going to get back to the action here after this commercial break. As we see what happens after stage number 1, we'll see what kind of pit stops these teams make, what adjustments they'll make as we get ready to start stage number 2. All right. I'll be right back here, guys. Just got to go check on my pets. Ugh. All right. What's going on? All right, we're back.
In the way that the etiquette of the
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Just had to go check on the animals and stuff like that as well. Back to the action. Ankle and joints hate the snow. Yeah, me too, Wesley Wood. Me too, man. Happy Christopher Bell. Heck yeah, he gets the stage 1 win here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
For 4 years, but just 1 year with Kyle. And I talked to crew chief Cliff Daniels about that and what he enjoys about this particular team. He said it's their attitude. It's how they respond no matter what happens here on pit road. So as they get ready to come down pit road and pit their driver, let's meet the 5 crew.
All right. Haven't had heat in 30 years. Just a heat blanket. All right. Cheers to y'all. Let's go.
Champions, or 2025 champions rather, of the Cup Series.
Always fun to hear all the stories from where the pit crew guys came from, whether it's athlete, truck driver.
All right, we see here, guys, all the pit crews up on the pit wall here. As they get ready to pit here, we'll see how these crews do.
Today, we're a set of good years and a fill up with Sunoco race fuel with zero carbon bioethanol.
Now, this is one when we talked about William Byron. Keep an eye on him on this. Didn't get a choice on his pits because of inspection.
Regan.
Well, it's been a very smooth start to the day for Bubba Wallace. Tight the first run of the race. Still to the tight side on that 23 car right now. Said he felt like his right front is gone. Needs more front turn, but doesn't want the rear to slide. Chase Elliott, the opposite problem is as he's moved up 7 spots, he's trying to protect against the right rear. Doesn't want to wear it out.
Kyle Larson, 3-time winner here, not concerned about
A nice 10-second flat pit stop by Bubba Wallace. Kyle Larson comes out at 9.7. A nice clean stop for him in the Hendrick Motorsports team. And how about Christopher Bell? He spun the tires, but still able to get the victory off pit lane as he'll take the lead. Kyle Larson second, Danny Hamlin third. Bubba Wallace moves up to 4th, and Chase Elliott comes out 5th as he moves up 3 spots. He was the biggest person to make up some lanes there, some positions on pit road. So a great pit stop by the number 9 Chevrolet racing team for Hendrick Motorsports as we get ready to get back racing here on the channel, everybody. Thank you for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show's live play-by-play here from the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Please make sure you guys show some love in the chat and support the channel any way you can, including smashing that like button and subscribing. But don't forget, guys, you can also sign up for channel memberships on my YouTube channel. There's also a link that you can click to donate any amount that you guys would like. And if you have any questions or shout outs, any NASCAR questions, sports questions, NFL questions, wrestling questions, guys, you can ask them right here in the live stream with those super chats to make them stand out. And we'll try to interact with many of you guys as we can in the chat here on this live play-by-play for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream thus far. It's been really, really good. Billy, what's up, man? Billy Ellis back in the chat. What's good afternoon, Captain Crunch? Hey, man, we're just enjoying some chips a little bit, man. We got some commercials here, you know. Got to take advantage of it a little bit, right? I don't normally like to eat on my live streams, but, man, I had to get some chips. I'm sorry, guys. I had to, all right? What's going on, man? Keith says, you're listening to the greatest commentator on YouTube, Tim Reynolds Show. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate you, brother. If Elliott wins, my stepmom's going to lose her mind. She loves Chase Elliott. Wesley Wood, man, I hope to see it, dude. Chase Elliott has been a really good competitive driver here at Las Vegas. I think Kyle Larson's a guy to look out for as well here. Randy Orton flipped and almost killed Cody Rhodes, says Jeffrey. Oh, yeah, guys. We did see that on Friday Night SmackDown. Woo-wee! Cody Rhodes got his butt whooped again before WrestleMania. This time it was the Viper going heel again. I mean, who didn't see that coming, right? I mean, gosh, man. Incredible. The road to WrestleMania is heating up in the WWE. Thank you, Jeffrey, for bringing that up there. All right. So let's see how these drivers are heading out here as we get ready for the restart here to start stage number 2. Christopher Bell is going to be in first in the number 20 Toyota. Kyle Larson second in the number 5 Chevrolet. Danny Hamlin comes out third after those set of pits after stage number 1 and the number 11 Toyota. Bubba Wallace is fourth, coming out of the pits, and the number 23 Toyota. Chase Elliott rounds out the top 5 in the number 9 Toyota, or excuse me, the number 9 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. William Byron is 6th in the number 24 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Ty Gibbs is 7th in his Toyota Camry. Ryan Priest is 8th here at the start of stage number 2 in his number 60 Ford Mustang. Tyler Reddick is 9th in his number 45 Toyota, and Ryan Blaney rounds out the top 10 here in his number 12 Ford Mustang. As we get ready to start stage number 1, congratulations to Christopher Bell, your stage 1 winner here at Las Vegas.
For the back, but talk a little bit about Kyle Larson, the speed he has, but those other 2 HMS drivers, William Byron, Chase Elliott, all in the top 8. At the end of that stage, Elliott had a great pit stop. I was impressed that Byron didn't lose anything. Clint mentioned him being in a tough pit stall today. So Hendrick Motorsports answered the question of who's going to be able to compete with Toyotas.
And when we talk about the Toyotas and who's been strong, I mean, Christopher Bell, he's backing it all up. That car has been strong.
Femi is expected to challenge Brock Lesnar. Keith, I hope so. Hard to watch good racing without snacks. King, I'm saying they got good food commercials too, man. Come on.
Towards the end of the stage, able to get the stage 1. Bell has the car to beat, but I'm telling you, Kyle Larson, I think if he can get out front, it's going to be tough to pass.
It's going to be fun to see how things play out in stage number 2. And for that, let's send it back up to the guys in the booth. Take it away, Mike.
Thank you, Josh. Now, Christopher Bell just had the 2nd fastest stop of the year.
Wow.
Otherwise, for Joe Gibbs Racing, it all just went away. Danny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs, 2 fast entering in section number 1.
Ooh.
Here is Denny's reaction to the news.
Not at all what you need on a track like this. You do not want to lose that pit.
Well,
the track position.
He knows how important that track position is, but I think when you see...
Man, and Danny Hamlin frustrated. Looks like him and Ty Gibbs will have to go through the pits. Speeding penalties for the number 11 Toyota and the number 54 Toyota. Ty Gibbs and Danny Hamlin, 2 fast entering pit lane. Man, tough penalties there for those Joe Gibbs Racing teams.
Now, to add to that, the fourth Gibbs car, Chase Briscoe, had one wheel that did not get tight. He had to stop in Gibbs' box further down pit lane and get it tightened. So that's 3 out of the 4 Gibbs cars having difficulty on this trip to pit road.
And he's already had a speeding penalty as well. So, you know, you got 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars that have had trouble on pit road to put them back in the pack.
So there's row 2, Wallace and Elliott behind Bell and Larson. Then Byron and Priest, Blaney and Reddick, hosts of our...
All right, here we go, guys. As the Gibbs Racing cars, unfortunately, have a couple of stops happen bad. A couple of pit stops happen bad. And here we go! Boogity, boogity, boogity! We're back! Green flag racing here in stage number 2 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway! And a big run there for Christopher Bell, who's in the lead. As we see Kyle Larson on the high side, and oh man, we see William Byron now cuts in between 2 cars as he tries to get inside the top 5. We're 3 wide heading into turn number 3. And Bubba Wallace pushed up to the high side here by Christopher Bell, or excuse me, William Byron. Oh, and there goes Kyle Larson, dive bombing the inside of Christopher Bell. Oh, there's contact! Contact to the back end of the number 20 Toyota. And Kyle Larson using that front bumper to his advantage, but Christopher Bell holds on to that lead coming down the backstretch. And you see there Larson really fast entering the corner here, and he's going to try to take away that lead, but a nice grip and good run on the exit of the corner there by Christopher Bell. And Bell side by side there with Kyle Larson, but Bell holds on to the lead. And here 11 laps in, 85 laps in stage number 2, and the intensity has picked up. Here goes Kyle Larson on the inside. The number 5 Chevrolet tries to take away that lead position, but Christopher Bell is just too fast on the high side. And man, here as we see, dive bombing the inside. Kyle Larson taking advantage of that fast entry he's got here, but Christopher Bell is still able to hold on with the exit speed he's got in his number 20 Toyota. And you see here, on every corner, corner number 1 and corner number 3, Kyle Larson gets into that corner a whole lot faster than Christopher Bell does. But Bell, oh, side by side, almost some contact there, going down the backstretch. And while these two are battling, here comes Chase Elliott. The Chevys are back, baby, as we see Elliott comes up as it's side by side for the lead here down the front stretch. And Kyle Larson, oh, just pushed. Whoa! And talk about a big block there by Kyle Larson as he pushes Christopher Bell up the road. And oh my goodness, we're 3 wide going down the backstretch. These Chevrolets are battling right next to Christopher Bell. It's Elliott, it's Larson, it's Bell on the exit of turn number 4. This is incredible. We are 3 wide going down the front stretch. And here comes William Byron. He's mixing it up. We've got 3 Hendrick Chevrolets as William Byron pushes Kyle Larson out towards the front. What an incredible run here. The number 5 out in front. And Chase Elliott takes over the 2nd place position from Christopher Bell. And now Bell is under fire as William Byron looks to take away that top 3 spot from the number 20 Toyota Camry. But ladies and gentlemen, here comes Tyler Reddick, who says, hey, can I play here too, guys? As he passes William Byron and takes away that 4th place position in the number 45 Toyota. What great racing we have here, ladies and gentlemen. And oh man, almost some contact there from Chase Elliott. Christopher Bell able to get around the number 9 Toyota, or excuse me, the number 9 Chevrolet. That 20 Toyota looks fast, folks. So Kyle Larson here, your new leader in the number 5 Chevrolet. Woo! And we see here, guys, as we continue this battle here, Elliott has really been able to use that great pit stop to his advantage. He's up now inside the top 3. And how about Tyler Reddick? He gets around William Byron for that top 4 spot. And Elliott still working on Christopher Bell here as he tries to get around the number 20 Toyota for that second place position. But Elliott's got to be careful because Tyler Reddick is right behind him looking to make a move to get around the number 9 Chevrolet if he gives him a chance. But here we go. William Byron now battling here with Tyler Reddick coming down the backstretch as that number 24 Chevrolet continues to keep the pressure on here. The Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolets are really fast. Now back up towards the front here at the start, stage number 2. And we're 18 laps into 85 laps here in stage number 2. 170 laps to go here. Woo! Folks, it's getting a little hot. Getting a little hot. Woo! And you love it. All right. Time to re-up. 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 Absolutely there, Keith. Absolutely. A big battle here from these drivers, especially out in front. They know track position is very key to this race here as we continue to see the drivers now sort of split apart. And we'll see if we get green flag racing throughout stage number 2, just like we got in stage number 1 here. Oval Redenbacher, says Jeffrey. Heck yeah, man. All right, guys, as we're waiting to get back to the action, we're going to crack open another cold one here. Yeah. And waiting to get back from commercial break. Hey, Ghost, you're right about that, man. Chase definitely being sneaky. He got a very fast pit stop there after stage number 1. That gained him about 3 spots to get him inside the top 5. And now he's battling inside the top 3 here, right behind Christopher Bell. Kyle Larson, his teammate, is the current leader right now in the number 5 Chevrolet with Christopher Bell right between them and the number 20 Toyota Camry in second place position. All right, thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I need to open up the window. It's hot in here. All right, guys, we're fixing to get back to the action here. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream thus far. What's the best sound? A cold beer cap being popped, or maybe a smoker alarm telling me to flip my ribs? Probably both. All right, so we're back racing here. Christopher Bell in second with Chase Elliott battling right behind him.
Busher and Zane Smith all right together, and Austin Hendrick in that white number 2 started way in 31st position and has climbed his way to 7th.
Yeah, I was concerned about all those cars yesterday in practice, but
so now we see here, guys, the biggest mover since the start of stage number 2. Austin Hendrick has moved up 6+ spots in his number 2 Ford Mustang. Chase Briscoe has moved up 9 spots in his number 19 Toyota Camry. So we'll see, will these drivers continue to march up towards the front? Austin Hendrick now getting around his teammate, and Austin Hendrick now in the 7th place position here in that number 2 Ford Mustang. So a great run here by Austin Hendrick.
He is right now trying to manage the front tires, trying to save them. Just recently told the team and crew chief Billy Scott, I'm just going to save it for the rest of this run as long as I can. Jamie?
One driver on the move forward is William Byron. He's up 4 positions since the start of this race, but happy so far. They unloaded in the ballpark yesterday. Rudy Hubel, as crew chief told me, they just wanted to be a little bit better mid-run, and they're certainly working on that.
William Byron, who started 9th, finished stage number 1 in 6th, and is currently running 4th here, as it looks like that number 24 Chevrolet team has got that car dialed in here early on in Las Vegas.
3 laps down now, Justin Allgaier, who is in the 48 this week as Alex Bowman continues to recover from vertigo issues that he first experienced at COTA, where he had to get out of the car. Jeff Andrews says that Bowman's recovery continues, but he still has some lingering issues with vertigo, and we certainly hope that he's back in the car soon. Andrews earlier had said that the team does not feel that those symptoms are concussion related, and we look forward to Alex Bowman's return as soon as he's able.
All right, so they're talking about Alex Bowman, who is dealing with some vertigo issues, and so that leaves Justin Allgaier to drive the number 48 Chevrolet there for Hendrick Motorsports.
See Allgaier go by. William Byron right there obviously came to pit road and got some work done on that car to be able to put himself in a position to try to pick up some speed. And being 3 laps down, though, it's going to be a long day.
Thank you, Keith. Appreciate you, brother.
Any of those laps back because of the
all right, so 28 laps down here in stage number 2. 85 laps in this stage. Kyle Larson continues to hold on to the lead here. Christopher Bell right behind him as these drivers start to space out now and take their time.
Well, I could learn to either win this race, but remember, this will be one of the tracks we have to come back to in the chase. A lot of these tracks right now, so there's a lot of things you can learn for a lot of different that may have been just what they did when they...
So very interesting what they're saying on the broadcast here, guys, as they're saying that this track here is in the chase, so a lot of teams really filling it out here. And you see here Kyle Larson, his Las Vegas finishes this week. High limits, he won on Thursday and won in the O'Reilly Auto Parts race as well. And man, how about that action there, guys? Going 3 wide after that stage 2 restart as Kyle Larson was able to take the lead away from Christopher Bell. And Chase Elliott was right there as well. But uh-oh, look at this, guys. Speaking of Elliott, he just dropped down to the 4th place spot here as his teammate William Byron is able to get around the number 9 Chevrolet. And we're starting to see now, guys, that some of these cars, with these adjustments, they may get a little bit better on the restarts here, but they're starting to fade later in the green flag run here, about halfway through their tire wear, or I should say fuel window here, with 60 to 65 laps being their fuel window here. You got to imagine those cars are already starting to see that tire wear here on a lot of those NASCAR cars here. So we'll see what happens after we get back from these commercials. Thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, guys, so a lot of the trends I'm seeing right now is there's literally a big gap between the cars that are improving throughout the race and the ones that are sort of falling backwards here throughout the race as well. One of the drivers that's definitely moving up right now to look out for is Austin Cindric, and the number 2 Ford Mustang for Penske Motorsport, or for Penske Racing. He looks like a guy that could be battling up there with the leaders here in just a few laps as he continues to move up here in this race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Wesley says, I can hear my stepmom cheering 2 states away. Heck yeah, Wesley. That's a hardcore fan right there, man. I love that.
Complete in stage 2 out of 85. Kyle Larson is the race leader from Christopher Bell and William Byron. Here's the Cheddar's onboard cam for Kyle Busch. Now he's gone a lap down. He's running in 25th, but today he tied Kevin Harvick's record for the most Cup Series starts at Las Vegas with 29.
Oh, congratulations, Kyle Busch, with 29 Cup Series starts here at Las Vegas.
Race leader Kyle Larson lapping at just over 31
So Kyle
seconds.
Busch
Here's
getting
his
around,
radio.
or getting lapped by Kyle Larson.
From those first handful of laps, Kevin, what you talking about?
Well, a lot of times it just depends on which end of the run you want. So
Think he ran too hard?
Well, those first handful of laps, I didn't really pick up exactly what he was referring to.
Well, they raced hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 2 and 3 wide, really leaning on a car a lot.
So we see here Kyle Larson talking to his crew chief about losing some grip in the car, probably because of how quick that restart was for him and how many moves he had to make to get around the leader, and especially with how good racing it was earlier on.
Now the Gibbs cars restarted in the trunk.
Now we see here the Gibbs cars that all restarted in the back. Chase Briscoe in the number 19 Toyota up 10 spots since lap 89. Denny Hamlin up 8 spots in the number 11 Toyota. Excuse me, Chase Briscoe up 10 spots, and Ty Gibbs in the number 54 Toyota up 7 spots there as those Joe Gibbs Racing cars try to get back up towards the lead here in this race, man.
Now you want to show them that you can drive this thing back up there and put yourself in contention because they both know that.
And Ghostify says here, RCR doesn't deserve Kyle's talent. I hope he's, or Grayson will ride the 48. Yeah, we'll see about that, I suppose, right? Vegas is a crapshoot. Don't know who's going to win. Keith, it's a good point, man. I think Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell, though, are serious contenders. Both of those drivers have won here before, recently, more than a lot of other drivers have.
Of being able to make the changes on your car, so it's
well, nothing's going to come easy the rest of the day.
All right, so we got lap 40 here of 85 in stage number 2 with 148 laps to go here. These drivers are going to have to start thinking about pitting here soon in the next 20 laps or so.
Well, look up, Larry. Riding with Brad Keselowski, the Trimble onboard camera there as Hamlin goes by. That's for 12th place. Larry, when one driver has a speeding penalty, that's probably on the driver. But when 3 drivers on one team have the same penalty in the same place, that's more than coincidence.
Well, the fly in the ointment is that first segment as we got more green flag.
Uh-oh, and ladies and gentlemen, just as I mentioned about the fuel window, we're starting to see the leaders come in and pit here as William Byron will head into the pits along with Tyler Reddick. It does look like we'll get some tire changes as well here for the Toyota and Chevrolet pit crews. And here comes the leader, Kyle Larson, as well, coming into the pits. A lot of drivers now pitting on these green flag pit stops here. And we're going to see how this sort of shades out here and fades out as we get through this here, guys.
Kyle Larson, you heard that radio, worst run yet, lacking grip overall. They'll be happy to get these 4 fresh tires. Meanwhile, Christopher Bell in the 20 team says same thing. He's lacking overall grip. It's the worst it's been. And it's basically all over the racetrack. So they made an air pressure adjustment, 4 tires here, and get that fresh tear off on the windshield.
So the first 7 drivers on track and more came in this time. Regan?
Well, Mike, you see the 9-car Chase Elliott pulling out of the pits right now. Continues to build a little bit too free for him, but he did tell crew chief Alan Gustafson right before he pitted that he felt like he found something with that 9-car that was better. Alan confirmed it. He saw it on the computer and said it does look much better.
Green flag stops. The first 7 drivers still on track.
All right, so now sorting through these green flag pit stops here. Ryan Blaney has taken over the lead here currently with Denny Hamlin right behind him. Brad Keselowski, Carson Hocevar, and Daniel Suarez round out the top 10, or excuse me, top 5. So we got to see here what happens as after those pit stops, it does look like Kyle Larson came out 8th. And the rest of the leaders right behind him, Christopher Bell 9th, William Byron 10th, Bubba Wallace 11th, Tyler Reddick 12th, Chris Buescher 13th. Elliott dropped a couple of spots, man. He's all the way down at 15th. He probably lost a total of about 8 spots there, and probably the same thing for the guy below him in 16th, Austin Cindric. He comes out in the 16th position, but he probably loses a handful of spots as well on those green flag pit stops. So we'll have to see what happens, man. If a caution comes out now, this could be pretty bad for a lot of teams.
and sometimes you just got to do something different than everybody else. And I think that Blaney was a 7th or 8th place car, so doing something a little bit outside of the box of everybody else, and trying to put yourself on better tires at the end, as you hear him tell him on the radio to pit this time. So he's going to have 3 or 4 more laps, newer tires when he comes back out of the pits. But at 2 seconds a lap, that's 6 to 8 seconds that you gave up staying out there. So see if the juice is worth the squeeze when we get to the end of this stage.
Josh Berry and Todd Gilliland, too fast entering pit road. Berry in section 1, which is what caught everybody else today. Gilliland in section 7.
Well, that's interesting. You say that Berry was the last car on the lead lap, and I was watching the battle for that last car and then 1 lap down with him and Briscoe. Berry just handed it to him.
Regan.
You see the 12 car Ryan Blaney, last week's winner, pitting right now. They've been all over the place today. It's been loose at times. It's been tight at times. So much so to where Ryan said at one point, I don't really know what to tell you. This most recent run, though, the rear grip, the biggest issue on the 12.
All right, so a decent pit stop there for Ryan Blaney as he gives up the lead. Danny Hamlin in his pit lane and hoping that he can prevent that pit road speeding penalty again here on these green flag pit stops. If you get a penalty here in these green flag pit stops, it's going to be really bad for that punishment. So Brad Keselowski still holding on to the lead here, but now the drivers have sort of sifted their way through here on these green flag pit stops.
That's his radio, your leader, top of the screen.
Yeah, a lot of times sometimes the theory is on this, you might get lucky. And I think in order to get that big jump in track position for where Brad is running and where they were, is to hope that you get lucky with a caution or something. But
Don't forget where we're at.
Jeffrey says Joey Logano should put Ryan Blaney's mustache on top of his bald head.
1/3 of Brad Keselowski's 36 Cup Series wins have come on 1.5-mile tracks like Las Vegas.
yeah,
So here we go. Brad Keselowski looks like he'll give up the lead here. Is he'll no? Oh no, he'll pit late.
This one we got to fix Saturday, Mike. We have to qualify better in order to give themselves a chance to win these races.
So Brad Keselowski will pit, and that will give the lead back to Kyle Larson as we have now sift through here these pit stops now. And as these all sort out here, we'll see it's Kyle Larson in first, Christopher Bell in second, William Byron in third, Bubba Wallace in fourth, Tyler Reddick, or I should say Tyler Reddick in fifth, Chris Buescher in sixth, Chase Elliott in seventh, Ryan Preece in eighth, Austin Cindric in ninth, and Danny Hamlin comes out 10th. All right, so we cycled through there. So there's your top 10 as of right now with those green flag pit stops. We're on lap 51 of 85 here in stage number 2. We've only had one caution thus far. That was the mandatory caution after stage number 1. So it's been a pretty good, clean race thus far. Nothing too dramatic. The drivers really getting big adjustments here left and right on these cars. And some are working to their advantage and some are not really working on their cars the way they would like. So we'll have to see what happens here. Maybe we'll get some more aggression after we get done with stage number 2. But right now, we're just green flag racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Might have enough to cover it, says Ghostify. Ha! All right, thank you everybody for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the love here, guys. It's been another excellent live stream here with this one being for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All right, it's chilly enough in here. Oh. Much better, much better. All right, waiting to get back to the action here, folks. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday here for the NASCAR Cup Series race. Oh, yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go. Hit the road and check it. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Oh, no. 3 for me from Chili's. Oh, no. Food. Don't. Dang it. Man, how about that NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, man? That's been fun to watch this season. Fun to watch. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us here today. Waiting to get back to the action.
Next week, NASCAR action in Darlington for a triple.
That's right, guys. Next week on Sunday at 3 p.m., we'll be heading to Darlington Raceway. Woo! That should be a good race, guys.
Laps complete. Kyle Larson, the leader over Christopher Bell. We're going to have a look at Justin Allgaier's car.
Yeah, Ghost, you're right about that, man. This last stage definitely could be the sneaky one, if you will.
Coming off the corner, but continues apace. Nope, now he's coming to pit road. Is he?
I think he's definitely
off the pace,
so
letting it
far
go.
off the pace, pitting early like he did. And now he's on the tail end of his run, and everybody else is.
Here's a look at it.
And guys, we're seeing here on the replay, it looks like Justin Allgaier got into the wall a little bit there and got loose. Looks like there could be an issue there with the number 48 Chevrolet. And we'll see if he can get some adjustments here in this race.
It definitely affects the way that car will handle up there. So we've got a little radio.
Make sure everything's good before you pick it up. Are you all good, or you need to come? I'm okay. Copy that. Copy that. Hey, you're in the back of fight 3 for good guys.
And I know.
Been there a bunch, says King Naps. King of Naps. The Lady in Black, Darlington. King, I bet that's got to be a fun racetrack to check out, man.
Doing all these things for the first time on this style.
What's up, Scotty? How you doing, brother? Thanks for coming back, man. I've been to Darlington 9 times and was an usher 4 times. Dude, that's awesome, Jeffrey. Man, that must be cool. All right, so Kyle Larson continues to hold on to the lead here. A couple of seconds here over Christopher Bell.
119 to 121. Blaney ran long to 126. Hocebar 127. And Kozlowski longest of all. But in Brad's case, that's put him back to 17th place. And Chase Elliott was the big loser in that cycle. He was 4th when the cycle started. But their stop was about 5 seconds.
That's right, guys. We see here Chase Elliott went from 4th to 7th after his green flag pit stop here.
As we look at Christopher Bell and
Heck yeah, Scotty. What's up, man? Love it lots, Bojangles. Heck yeah, on my bucket list, says Ghost. Heck yeah, man. Looks like Scotty's going for Christopher Bell as well, as he battles with William Byron for the 2nd place position here. William Byron has been able to get that car dialed in. After the restart, he sort of fell off a couple of laps trying to figure out the balance of that number 24 Chevrolet. But now he seems to have it here on this late green flag run here at the end of stage number 2. We've got 24 laps to go here with 126 laps to go in the race overall. That's right. Here in Las Vegas, it always ends up being a big pit road style race, and you're seeing it pay off here early on. Drivers are either falling backwards because of their pits, or they're able to gain a couple extra spots just about every time they come in to get tires and gas. So we'll have to see if that really works out. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, as we look at the current running order here, Kyle Larson in first, and the number 5 Chevrolet, Christopher Bell in second, and the number 20 Toyota Camry, William Byron right behind him, and the number 24 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports, Bubba Wallace, now up inside the top 5 here, currently running fourth, and the number 23 Toyota Camry. Tyler Reddick, his teammate, rounds out the top 5 here as he's driving in the number 45 Toyota here for 2311 Racing in that 5th place position. Chris Buescher is in 6th in his number 17 Ford Mustang. Chase Elliott currently in 7th in his number 9 Chevrolet. Denny Hamlin in the 8th place position in his number 11 Toyota Camry. And Ryan Preece currently in the 9th place position in his number 60 Ford Mustang there. And Austin Cindric rounds out the top 10 here in his number 2 Ford Mustang for Penske Racing here in this one. So some notable guys right outside the top 10. You got Ty Gibbs in the 11th place position. After a couple of adjustments, he has seemed to falling backwards now here in 11th place in that number 54 Toyota. Ryan Blaney, also some adjustments made. He's fallen backwards now in that number 12 Ford Mustang there. Zane Smith, a good run for him in the 13th place position in the number 38 Ford Mustang. Joey Logano currently 14th in the number 22 Ford Mustang. Carson Hocevar is in 16th. Brad Keselowski is in 15th for Carson Hocevar in the 77 Chevrolet. Brad Keselowski 16th in the number 6 Ford Mustang. And that's about it really to note here for these drivers.
Kyle Larson, the leader. That lead down to 0.8 of a second over Christopher Bell, as you see from the aerial. Now, drivers moving up. Remember, Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs started from the back. Restarted from the back.
So Hamlin has been the biggest mover since lap 89, plus 13 spots. Ty Gibbs has moved up 12 plus spots. Chase Briscoe 10 plus spots, with Chris Buescher 5 plus spots here throughout the start of this second stage here in this one.
There's the Chili's onboard camera sitting back there at the rear spoiler. But Hocevar finds himself in 15th at this moment after restarting 10th.
Got his cowboy hat on there. Looking good, Clint.
Tyler Reddick, 5th and wanting more before the end of stage 2.
Well, that's what we heard him talking about earlier, trying to save those front tires, and we've seen him fall off at the first.
So as we see Tyler Reddick battling with some lap cars there, trying to get around his teammate in the number 35 Toyota. As Reddick holds on to that 5th place position here.
They're going to race hard here. That's right in front of the leaders. And all these cars right here.
And a lot of these drivers 20 on back continue to try to battle to avoid going laps down here once again. So 15 laps to go here in stage number 2. Kyle Larson continues to hold on to the lead. Christopher Bell starting to get close behind the leader here as they're starting to get to lap traffic. Remember, Chevy and Ford got penalized for failing inspection? The strange that no Toyota did, huh? Just saying. Hey, you never know with those inspections, man. Sometimes it can be just the slightest thing wrong with the car that can lead you to failing inspection. So.
And then you wind up using the tires more, and that allows the second place guy, and then it's going to allow the third place guy to cycle in.
All right, guys, as we see here over the last 4 laps, Christopher Bell has gotten closer and closer to the leader, Kyle Larson, as he tries to get around lap vehicles. How about this battle here further down in the top 10? Denny Hamlin continues to try to work his way up back towards the front here, recovering from that pit lane penalty. Too fast entering for the number 11 as he's able to get on the inside here of Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin battling for that 7th place position, and he'll take it away from Chase Elliott. Denny Hamlin gets around the number 9 Chevrolet, and that number 11 Toyota now has that 7th place spot. A great pass there by Denny Hamlin, who continues to try to recover from that bad pit penalty there. Too fast entering for the driver of the number 11 Toyota, and he's now been the biggest mover since lap 89 when we got stage number 2 started. And now, with just about 11 laps to go here and 113 laps total to go here in this racetrack, here, or in this race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll see what's able to happen here. Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, William Byron is now battling to take away that second place spot from Christopher Bell. And the number 24 gets out in front. And the fast Chevrolet gets around the Toyota as Christopher Bell can do nothing but see the back bumper of William Byron. And Byron showing off the skills here as that number 24 is starting to get faster and faster as the long run continues here. That number 24 Chevrolet has been very fast here in the long run. And William Byron makes good, easy work of Ross Chastain to get around him to take the lead away. And Chastain, you can see, trying to hold on to the grip there. That car not really turning the way he would like to. As Christopher Bell gets side by side there with the number 1. He's able to lap him and put him another lap down. But Christopher Bell now finds himself in the third place position as William Byron is able to take away the second place spot. So right now, we've got Kyle Larson and William Byron out in front here for Hendrick Motorsports. Christopher Bell in third, Bubba Wallace in fourth. So 2 Chevys and 2 Toyotas here inside the top 4. We've got 2 more Toyotas in 5th and 6th, and Tyler Reddick and Danny Hamlin. And then a couple of Fords and Chris Buescher and Ryan Priest in the 7th and 8th place position as well. As we continue here, guys, on Tim Reynolds Show, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as we continue to try to grow our channel here, guys. Also, don't feel free to help out any way that you can, whether that's with super chats or donations or even signing up for channel memberships. I really do appreciate all the love and support, guys. All right, so back to the action here.
There is your race leader, Kyle Larson, with 109 laps to go. Closing in on the end of stage 2. William Byron has joined him at the front. Byron, the new second-place car. He saw opportunity when cars were too wide just ahead and moved right up, now looking for the lead. Jamie.
Kyle Larson's now led more laps than he has all season long. Saying the car overall losing grip. Oh, so close right there is his teammate William Byron.
Oh my goodness, what a move by William Byron! As somehow the number 24 is able to make it 3 wide going into the tri-oval down the front stretch. And what a big move as he gets on the inside of Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch and takes away the lead here with 6 laps to go in stage number 2. Whoa!
And, you know, I think Busch actually barely touched the wall right there, but they made a little bit of contact. And for whatever reason, well,
can water your channel if it helps grows it. Ghost, exactly, dude. And there you go, Terry, telling you where Elliott is. Almost missed that big action there from William Byron as he was able to make it 3 wide and get around Kyle Larson and Kyle Busch in the same corner.
In the last 6 races here, 5 of them ended up in a top 4 finish for Kyle Busch, and here he is.
And now we see here Kyle Busch going down a lap and now having to battle with Christopher Bell. As you see here what happened, as William Byron got up to the back bumper here, you see, ooh, Kyle Busch gets into the wall a little bit there, brushes that outside wall. And man, it's just been a tough go of it this year for Kyle Busch.
And comes to pit road early here.
Oh man, 4 laps to go on this stage. That's not what you want to see. He was actually making his way forward. He was up to 13th.
And guys, a bummer to report here as it looks like Carson Hocevar had to pit. And that's really going to cost him here at the end of stage number 2. As we've got 3 laps to go here in stage number 2. And your new leader is William Byron as he looks to get some stage points here and get a stage victory here in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season.
I think he was wanting to say, tell the 5 I'm sorry, but, well, it ain't worth saying. I think that's what he said, Kevin.
Yeah, well, it didn't come out that way.
And as we were listening to that, Carson Hocevar speeding on pit road. I can tell you this, if the 5 would ever talk, which he doesn't,
That's what he'd have said too. He'd have had something like that.
Well, that's the hard part about Kyle Larson is he doesn't really ever get frustrated. It almost becomes just a different game for him when you start banging into each other or crossing each other over or trying to make a slide jump.
When you're trying to pass somebody 2 laps down, they bounce off the wall.
I would be.
Give you a lead up.
And I was never
You know, Ghost, I think a lot of people would agree with you, man. RCR has definitely not been up to par to where their standards are over the last couple of seasons. So we see here, William Byron now with the lead on the final lap of stage number 2 as he holds on to it coming down the backstretch here. Kyle Larson looking to keep that second place spot here after leading most of the laps here in stage number 2. And ladies and gentlemen, William Byron is your stage 2 winner here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Kyle Larson finishes second. Christopher Bell finishes third. Bubba Wallace finishes fourth here to round out the top 5. Denny Hamlin finishes fifth in the number 11 Toyota here at the end of stage number 2. Congratulations to William Byron, who gets a much-needed victory here for his number 24 Chevrolet racing team for Hendrick Motorsports. Yeah, Ghost, you're right about that, man. I really do think RCR really needs to try to think things over this upcoming offseason. I know it's already too early to be talking about that, but, man, their cars have just not really been competitive over the last few years. So it looks like Chase Elliott is in 9th in the number 9 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. As we see the rest of the top 10 here, Tyler Reddick finished 6th at the end of stage number 2 here in the number 45 Toyota for 2311 Racing. Chris Buescher finished 7th in his number 17 Ford Mustang. Ryan Priest, his teammate, finished 8th in the number 60 Ford Mustang. And Austin Cindric finished 10th in his number 2 Ford Mustang here for Penske Racing. Ryan Blaney finishes 11th, just outside the top 10 for the number 12 Ford Mustang there. Ty Gibbs finished all the way back in 13th after being a top 10 car for most of the day here through stages 1 and most of stage number 2. He finishes 13th in the number 54 Toyota there for Joe Gibbs Racing. Brad Keselowski able to get back up inside the top 15 here in 14th at the number 6 Ford Mustang right there. And that's about it, guys. All right, as we're waiting to get back to the action here, guys, thank you for hanging out on Tim Reynolds Show. Don't forget to please hit that like button. And yeah, Terry, unfortunately, Justin Allgaier is about 3 laps down, I think, in one of those 30th place positions.
Look at Christopher Bell's pit stops, 2 of the fastest 3 stops this season.
Look at that, Clint. 898.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
We're going to need it again, boys. Please get me in front of that 5 car. I'll do my job on the racetrack, but I need you now more than ever.
Well, pit road is still closed. Larry, let's go back to speeding penalties. 14 of them here over the 2 races last year. 6 speeding penalties today. And I want to get a little deeper on this Joe Gibbs Racing situation. When 3 of your 4 drivers have penalties in the same section, is that on the driver or is that on the data?
Well, I truly believe it's on the driver, and I'd love to hear Kevin and Clint expand on it because they've experienced on pit road. But you have 14 segments on pit road. Segment 2 through segment like 13, they range anywhere from like 125 feet to 142 feet. But that first section coming in is only 89 feet, and the last one leaving is only 58 feet. So there's a big disparity between coming in, leaving, and everything in between, Clinton.
I like the disparity and everything you talk about, but Kevin, get him. That's a crew chief first driver right here.
Well, this is they're all going to be set really close, but this is a difficult pit road, but it has a little bit of curve in it on both ends. So you have to run faster in the curves than you do on the straightaway. So what happens right at the end of that timing line where you think the curve ends, that's where you have to go back down on a speed. And as short as that zone is and as close as the speeds are set.
All right, guys, so less than 100 laps to go here as we're done with stage number 2. We'll see these drivers start to make their pit stops here and see how they come out after those sets of pit stops here for the start of stage number 3.
I would agree with that a little bit, but we've had a lot of other teams in that section as well.
Oh, it's problematic. Yeah. But something's up with the Gibbs championship secret.
Somebody's misfigured something. Ty Gibbs said on the radio, he said, look, I'm sure I was below my number, but, oh well.
Hold my gun, it's the driver.
All right. Let's pause this discussion and go to Regan for pit stops.
Well, Mike Tyler Reddick in the 45 car running in 6th place right now. Continues to be solid, but continues to fight the same thing. It just builds too tight as he runs. Been working on lines, trying to figure something out that'll work. His teammate in the 23 of Bubba Wallace, needs it to fire off a little bit better, but it was more manageable that time, Jamie.
William Byron in the 24, a little
So good pit stops here from just about everybody. Around 10 seconds for everybody. Great pit stops here thus far. No mistakes, it looks like, for a lot of these drivers. Oh, and Larson does able to win the run off of pit lane. William Byron will come out second. Christopher Bell comes out third.
That's how close it was.
Your mental health is...
All right, guys, waiting to get back to the action. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Right now, back on commercial breaks as we get ready to start stage number 3. We'll get back to you guys here shortly and get you guys a top 5 and top 10, on the restart. Got to make sure we don't see no more pit penalties as well. Oh, dang. Goes to Honor Fight. Got me good here, man. Oh, man. Mrs. Reynolds not here hanging out with us here today, guys. So, of course, we knew somebody was going to say something about it, right? Hey, Miss Reynolds is working hard, man. She's getting some extra hours helping us out here in the house. Hey, got to respect it. Got to love it, guys. You got to love it. She'll be with us, hopefully, for a couple more of these. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. All right, not too bad, not too bad. It's pouring down here in Port Orange. Oh boy, looks like the weather's starting to hit a lot of people. A lot of people. All right, guys, just waiting a few more minutes to get back to the live stream here and get back to the action.
pit road, and you're looking at stage 2 winner as William Byron and that car came to life.
I love you both. We'll hopefully be able to send y'all some meat from my job. I respect y'all. We do miss y'all. Thank you, Ghost 5. Appreciate that, man. Man, anytime we can get some donations, especially if it's just, some meat, let's go. I always like barbecuing.
Everybody's had a chance now to work on their car. We're going to find out who has what.
Yeah, and as we look forward to stage number 3, we can expect things to get a lot more intense out there. So what are you predicting? What do you see out there?
Well, the restarts are going to be chaotic. We see the leader get stalled out, and the run that the guy in 3rd or 4th can get. I mean, the mile-and-a-half racing with this car over the last 3 or 4 years has just been epic. And Vegas, fun track. Clint and Kevin have talked about it. You're 3 or 4 wide. There's so many different grooves to run on this track. A lot of fun to watch.
All right, we're going to send it back to the boys in the booth, and I'm going to put Jamie to work down here on pit road, see if he can change the tire or something. Yeah, none of that. Take it away, Mike.
All right, Josh. All right, Toyota started 4 cars at the front of the field. They led a lot. Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin led. The Chevys came on. Larson and Byron have had turns at the front. Who do you like?
Well, I picked Bell right at the beginning.
Well, interesting, guys. Who are you picking to win this race?
I think Bell's going to get it done.
What you're saying is you're chickening out on.
I'm getting a little nervous about it.
Well, and that's the interesting part. I feel like the Toyotas have not gotten any better than what they were at the start of the day. And it seems like right now the Chevrolets have been able to make their cars better on every pit stop. So yeah, the 5 and the 24 have been good, but I'm still sticking with my 11.
Well, Hendrick has dominated here at Las Vegas. Led the most laps in 5 of the last 6 here. Won 10 of the last 16 mid-race stages.
Interesting.
And 5 of the last 10 races. And there are the winners.
You know, none of us said Byron, though. I mean, he drove right by the 5.
So laps led, Kyle Larson with 61, Denny Hamlin with 59, Christopher Bell with 27, William Byron with 11, and Ryan Blaney has led 5 laps here today.
We get to the end of this race, and you get Larson and Hamlin or Larson and Bell battling.
All right, guys, as we get ready to get back to the restart here, Kyle Larson and William Byron teammates are on the front row. We've got Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin teammates on the second row right behind them. And then teammates once again, Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick in the third row right behind them. The rest of the top 10, Chase Elliott in 7th, Chris Buescher in 8th, Zane Smith in 9th, and Ryan Preece comes out 10th. Here as we get ready to restart and get stage number 3 under the green flag.
What's wrong with your car? Kyle said on his radio that the tires are going away because he pushed it too hard at the beginning.
All right, here they come to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone for
So here we go, guys, heading into the restart zone. It's time to go back. Green flag racing here in the final stage at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. And Chase Elliott makes a move on the high side as he tries to get around Bubba Wallace to get up inside that top 6. And we see here Kyle Larson on the bottom holds on to the lead away from William Byron. But Christopher Bell dive bombs the bottom as he gets the inside of Kyle Larson. And now the number 20's out in front. Oh, but here comes Denny Hamlin as William Byron pulls off. Hamlin contact there with his teammate as the right nose there of the number 20 gets into the back bumper of Hamlin. And now they're battling side by side for second place. William Byron out in front with the lead going down the backstretch. But a battle we have here with teammates, the Toyota teammates, side by side here between turns 3 and 4. A great racing here on these restarts. 93 laps to go here in this race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And Hamlin able to now clear the number 20 as he gets out for that second place position. We've had 2 cautions, 17 lead changes. The most laps led have been by Denny Hamlin. The stage winners have been Christopher Bell and William Byron. And speaking of William Byron, he is now under fire as Denny Hamlin tries to get around the number 24. And now we're seeing Chase Elliott trying to battle here with Tyler Reddick for that top 5 spot. as Elliott tries to crack that top 5 here in this one.
That's impressive, Kevin. Talking about the 11 car, Denny Hamlin.
And we've seen some very impressive driving by these Toyota drivers. It's been Toyota and Chevy throughout the front here as we see Hamlin trying to figure out a lane to get the inside lane or get the outside lane here to take away that lead from William Byron. Now, Hamlin has to be careful, though, because while he moves around the racetrack trying to find which lane to get around the leader, Christopher Bell is right behind him, waiting for Denny Hamlin to make a mistake and take that second-place spot back. So Christopher Bell in third place, starting to fall back now as Denny Hamlin gets up to the back bumper here of the leader. William Byron with the lead as Hamlin able to get a nice run off the exit of turn number 4 coming down the front stretch of the tri-oval. And through that tri-oval heading into turn number 1, just like we mentioned earlier in the race, guys, Hamlin seems to have very good speed there entering the corner, but doesn't have as much good speed exiting the corner as a lot of these other Chevrolets do.
Well, it's a war back here, and that's an every week thing.
So Byron with the lead. A lot of these drivers now in near the back of the pack, continuing to try to battle to get up towards the front.
Usually everybody's mad, so it becomes a little more unfriendly.
Oh, yeah. Horseshoe there a lap down after that speeding penalty. And all of this is a product of having green flag racing, except for the stage breaks. Fellows with, let's say, not the best strategy or not the best car, get a lap down, and it's like Briscoe, and it's just so hard to recover.
Very hard. It's taken him, we're talking about stage 3 with a great race car with his teammates who drove up through the field. He's been mired in traffic trying to dig himself out of this hole because of a mistake early on all day long. Very frustrating.
Kyle Buschwright with him, 2 laps down. The first car 2 laps down. But where he's running on the racetrack, almost no hope of getting back to 1 lap down and getting the free pass unless they change their strategy.
I'm going to go back to the
So Chase Briscoe trying to battle to get up towards that free pass position after that mistake, dropped the number 19 Toyota near the back of the pack early on in this race. William Byron holds on to the lead here. We've got 86 laps to go as Denny Hamlin continues to battle, now right behind the number 24 Chevrolet. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, guys, as we see Hamlin now right there on the back bumper here of William Byron. We are on commercial break, but we're side by side, so we'll keep the action going here on Tim Reynolds Show. And you see here Hamlin trying to get up towards the back bumper here of William Byron. He is cutting into that lead as the leader now sees Hamlin in his rearview mirror. William Byron pretty fast in that number 24 Chevrolet, but that number 11 Toyota Camry looks fast as well as he continues to try to chip away at that lead there from the leader, William Byron. So Ty Gibbs trying to increase his position here as well. Moving up towards the front. His teammate Denny Hamlin trying to find whatever lane he can to get around the leader, William Byron here. You can see through that tri-oval there near the front stretch. Hamlin's definitely a little bit faster going through that part of the track. But Byron has just got a very good run off of the exit of the corner. And coming down the backstretch, here's Denny Hamlin. He is right near that back bumper. He's going to try to take it on the inside of Byron. And Hamlin, he's able to make a move. Coming out of the exit of the turn 4 and down the front stretch, we've got a new leader. Denny Hamlin takes the lead away from William Byron. What a move there by the number 11 Toyota as he took the air off the rear spoiler there of the number 24, getting on the inside of the exit of turn number 4 and taking that momentum and getting the lead down the front stretch. And guys, we had just mentioned there on the lap before, do I like beef jerky? Heck yeah, I like beef jerky. And I just mentioned on that lap before there, guys, that Hamlin looked really fast through that tri-oval, and he was able to, on the next lap, get the pass there through that tri-oval down the front stretch. And now, with 81 laps to go, Denny Hamlin now has the lead back here in Las Vegas. So we'll see what happens here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but we've got ourselves a new leader.
Next week, we're going to...
And guys, don't forget, we're going to Darlington Raceway next Sunday at 3. Can't wait to check that out.
Last year. Now, NASCAR has veered away from this being their traditional throwback race. There'll be a lot of NASCAR alumni there. But I hear there's going to be a lot of historic paint schemes, throwback schemes. The RFK team is going to throw back to Greg Biffle numbers on all 3 of their cars, and I've seen some great throwback laps. Can't wait for Darlington.
Well, we're throwing it back to October here. Denny Hamlin in the lead, so he was the winner here when they came here the last time, and now he's right back to where he was and has passed the whole field.
Yeah, stage 2, he came from 31st to 5th. He will be our big move today, sponsored by Pods.
And that's right, guys. They're looking at the big move here from Denny Hamlin.
For the lead in our double box coverage. And here's a look at Denny Hamlin.
And Larson currently in 4th. As we see Hamlin, after that speeding penalty, went all the way back near 20th position. And he's been able to work his way up back to the front here after finishing inside the top 5 into the end of stage 2. And now Hamlin has the lead here ahead of William Byron.
Well, folks, I couldn't understand much of that either.
So Elliott in the 5th place position, but man, his teammate William Byron is not too happy with his vehicle, even in being in 2nd place here.
To make that pass happen quickly right there. So
wow.
William didn't like it, but that's the way it goes.
Jamie?
Denny Hamlin has now led the most laps of the day. And I talked to his crew chief, Chris Dale, this morning, and I asked him about setups compared to the fall, and he said, actually...
So Denny Hamlin has led 65 of 190 laps here in Las Vegas, and this definitely looks like his race to lose here thus far, as he's continuing to increase that lead over William Byron here in Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Race car since they unloaded yesterday. Better than that.
Yeah, Jamie, I've been looking at the data comparing the 11 car Denny Hamlin to William Byron in the 24. Not a big difference in the throttle when they roll out, when they pick it back up. Neither one's using any brake, but the big difference.
Oh yeah, Ghost. I miss a lot of the old gen cars, man. And we see here career wins. Dale Earnhardt with 76, Kyle Busch with 63, Kevin Harvick with 60, and you see there Denny Hamlin tied with the top 10 and Kevin Harvick with 60 career wins. So with this victory, if he can get into victory lane here today with 75 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Denny Hamlin would get his 61st career win in the NASCAR Cup Series, which would move him inside the top 10.
One of the best of the Fords today. They kind of admired in 7th through 12th place. But here's Buescher going after Reddick for 6th. Regan?
Yeah, and Mike, give some credit to Chris Buescher as well as crew chief Scott Graves. Having a fantastic day right now as we see him trying to make that move to the outside. Been very pleased with the car. He was a little tight on the entry early on in the race. Very good over the bumps. Right now in the last pit stop, no changes on the 17. He's trying to get a career best finish for Las Vegas track here, and right now he's doing that.
I like Buescher. He's a grinder. No matter what they give him, he just grinds it out slowly but surely.
That's right, Chris Buescher is a driver who's able to get a lot out of his cars, even if he's not necessarily having the best car on the track. As he's able to get inside the top 10, currently in the 7th place position, Chris Buescher looking on the inside of Tyler Reddick as he tries to take away that 6th place spot there from the number 45 Toyota Camry.
regardless, he always winds up consistently somewhere around the top 10.
And I don't mind eating a little crow. As a matter of fact, I love it. I mean, these guys, these Fords, we didn't talk about them much at all, Kevin. Just didn't sell them in the pre-race, didn't think much of them, of what we saw in practice, but they're all grinding it out, doing what they do. I want to talk about RFK, his teammate, Priest, Ryan Priest. He was right up there in that first stage. So 2 of the 3 RFK cars being solid and have done so all day long, grinding it out.
All right, guys, as we see here, as the cars continue to try to run here, with 70 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Your top 10 currently: Hamlin in first, William Byron in second, Christopher Bell in third, Kyle Larson in fourth, Chase Elliott in fifth, Tyler Reddick in sixth, Chris Buescher in seventh, Ryan Blaney in eighth, Bubba Wallace in ninth, and Ty Gibbs rounds out the top 10 here.
Mistakes on pit road with the speeding penalties and all the things that go with it. But if you don't make those mistakes, those are free passes.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out on the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show.
And you got to find a way to be good here, because these mile-and-a-half tracks,
thank you, King. Appreciate you, brother.
They predominate the circuit. And this race and the next 5 are all tracks that are going to be in the chase for the championship. So take stock right here. Take a big swing at it on this next stop. See if you can figure out how to be better here when we come back.
And that's a great point. Same thing with Phoenix last week, as we see Ty Gibbs.
Now we see here Ty Gibbs gets on the inside of Bubba Wallace here, and now Gibbs takes away that 9th place spot there from the number 23 Toyota, as that number 54 Toyota Camry looks very fast here, as Ty Gibbs looks to get a career best finish here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now he currently started 3rd, ended stage number 1 and 4th, ended stage number 2 and 13th. He currently rides 9th as he tries to finish inside the top 10 here nearing the end of the race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And Gibbs, his average finish over the last 2 races has been inside the top 5 after finishing around 30th in the first 2 races. And Wayne Martin says Bell all the way. Well, Christopher Bell currently riding in 3rd place here. We'll see if he's able to get back up towards the front. And that's right, guys. It's been a clean race thus far. Only cautions we've had thus far have been after the first couple of stages. So we'll see if we continue to do green flag racing here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. If they would lift cars, increase the horsepower, and go back to the 15-inch aero wheels, that would take away all that downforce and let them eat. And I agree with you there, Ghost Man. I do miss a lot of the old school, old generation stock cars that they had in NASCAR, man. This newer one, I mean, it looks pretty cool, but I'm kind of like mid about it, to be honest with you. I think it's good in some ways and bad in others, so. All right, we're here on commercial break, everybody, as we wait to get back to the action. Ooh, big stretch. Big stretch. Let's go. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I gotta feel it. Gotta feel it. Feel it. Oh, yeah. There we go. Wicka, 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 wicka. All right, guys, just waiting to get back to the action here on Tim Reynolds Show. Appreciate you guys hanging out here with us for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
63 laps to go.
All right, so we've got 63 laps to go here as we continue to see Denny Hamlin hold on to the lead here in what's been a very clean race here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Chase Briscoe, the first car, 1 lap down. Denny Hamlin, the race leader now by 1.3 seconds over William Byron. Hamlin a couple of hundredths quicker each lap than the second place car over the last few. Well, what a moment it was here last fall when Denny Hamlin won the pole and won the race, and fan sentiment just turned right in his favor after a very emotional interview and statements when Hamlin climbed out of that car. Have a listen.
Interesting.
Definitely means a lot. Obviously, you want to say hi to my dad, family, back at home, all the friends that came out there for Vegas. Hoping we get 60, but I didn't think we were. Just put the pedal down those last 10 laps and made it happen.
I think that was the moment Denny Hamlin became a fan favorite, and even people who had previously booed him told me, you know, after I saw that, I wanted him to go and win that championship.
And there's a lot of things that happened to Denny Hamlin last year that were really hard for him to have to deal with. And, you know, I think that in the end, Denny Hamlin is one of the fiercest, hardest working competitors in that garage. And I think that when you win all those races and put yourself in a position to keep winning, at some point, you know, you have to respect that. And he went out to be the villain, and I think everything that happened over the last couple of years has really kind of calmed that down, and I think everybody sees how
That's right, guys. Denny Hamlin got a victory last year here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and that was his 60th career win here in the NASCAR Cup Series race. As he looks to win this one with 58 laps to go, he has the lead here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, looking for career win number 61. Here is Denny Hamlin.
Certainly the emotion showed out there when he won last year.
All right, here comes Ryan Blaney, surrendering a top 10 spot for pit road. He's going to have to back it up after overshooting the pit. Going to get fresh Goodyears. Sunoco Racing.
So Ryan Blaney, one of the first cars to pit inside the fuel window here, and he slides in the pit box, and that's going to cost Ryan Blaney a couple of seconds here. A costly mistake from the number 12 Ford Mustang as the driver Ryan Blaney slides the tires, getting into his pit box. And uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen, as Denny Hamlin runs into traffic, now William Byron's on the inside of the number 11, and now William Byron's going to take away the lead from Denny Hamlin. And what a move, as Hamlin was trying to get around the number 71 of McDowell, and oh no, we've got the caution out. And uh-oh, that could be exactly what Ryan Blaney needed. Oh my goodness, our first caution of the day as we see Connor Zilic get loose, and he could have possibly got into the wall too, as well as we see the front bumper damage for the rookie Connor Zilic.
I think he's maybe, did he hit the wall or was somebody trying to pit in front of him? Seen that before.
Yeah, there's damage there to the front.
So we're under caution. William Byron did overtake the lead from Denny Hamlin as we see the number 88 with a lot of damage.
That may have worked out perfect for Hendrick. I think he may have beat the leader down to the exit of pit road. He may have 4 fresh tires and may inherit the lead. We need to let the score reset.
So it's actually Austin Cindric, the teammate of Ryan Blaney, who pitted and got out off of the pits in front of the leader when that caution came out. And he could be the one who benefits the most here from this caution as we finally see a replay. We'll see what happened.
Right behind, it looks like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. I think they were checking up, and he ran into the back of him trying to pit.
Yeah, I think Stenhouse was going to pit right there. Don't you?
Yes, I do. As soon as he got... Yeah, for sure. Wasn't as bad as last year, but Same thing. Green flag pit stop. They were checking up in front of him, and he didn't get the memo.
So you see there, Connor Zilic, unfortunately, with a rookie mistake, as he gets into the back bumper of the number 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Well, everybody's misfortune is somebody's good fortune, and in this case, it's Chase Briscoe. He has fought all day to overcome a speeding penalty back on the first stop of the day, and now, finally, with 55 laps to go, he'll get the free pass.
He has a good race car, but that early penalty just put him so far behind with everything that happened and where he was in lap traffic, and hasn't been able to put himself in a spot to get that lucky dog until now. So he's going to put himself back on the lead lap, and he's going to go forward, because I don't think he has a winning car, but I think he has a car that's capable of finishing up towards that top 5.
So talk about a lucky break for Chase Briscoe. He's going to get back up towards the lead lap here and now have a chance to work back up towards the front here for a better finish with less than 50 laps to go when we get back green flag racing here in the final stage at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
A little bit further behind than what they had even started, but they have a way better car than the points that they have scored today, and can at least minimize that damage with a solid finish.
All right, pit road will be open this time. Larry, will this get us into a window where we can run to the finish from here?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. Remember, 60 to 64 laps, and we're going to go back racing with probably just around 50 or a little less to go. So this could be the final stop.
That's right, guys. This could be the final pit stop for all of these NASCAR Cup Series drivers as they try to get a victory here today.
So many of these things get shaken up today. Speeding, loose wheel, roll a tire away. Can't have it happen right here if you're going to win this race.
Remember the 20 car, number 1 pit stall, being on the pole with a fast pit crew as well.
Here they come, Regan.
And everybody's going to pit here, and we'll see who's able to be the fastest here on what could be the last set of pit stops for most of these drivers.
Recent run noticeably tighter. He's asking for him to free it up, give him a little bit more turn for this next run. In the 9 car at Chase Elliott has been fighting the right rear a little bit, but this last run said that he likes it the most that he has. He felt like it ended that run in a really good spot. Jamie?
William Byron in the red, white, and blue car, number 24, said I want to turn better for the first 30 laps, but the last 20
So
laps,
good pit stop there for Chase Elliott and for Tyler Reddick.
He wants to be a little bit better on the long run.
A good fast stop for Denny Hamlin as well. And Christopher Bell's able to get the lead coming off of pit lane. And that's exactly what Bell needed as his pit crew gets him out in front. It's Denny Hamlin, William Byron there at the top 3 at the exit of those pit stops. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah. Gotta stretch it out. Ugh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, guys, waiting to get back to the action here on Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you so much for hanging out here with us. Make sure you guys please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Davey Allison? Jeffrey, come on. Davey don't race no more. We don't see Davey race no more. Yo, what's up, Robert? How we doing, man? Did I just hear the Macho Man Randy Savage is selling beef sticks? That's awesome. Heck yeah, man.
For number 20.
Marley, what's going on, man? You know. Okay, well, we're just gonna delete that. Why do people gotta be like that, man? It's so freaking annoying. Welcome back, Robert. How we doing, buddy? Thank you for joining us here on the live stream. And look at that, guys. As we see there, Christopher Bell able to get out just ahead of William Byron there after that last set of pit stops.
To inherit the lead, but that didn't happen. Why?
Yeah, he was on pit road. There's two ways you can stay on the lead lap. If you beat the leader to the end of pit road, if you're pitting beyond the start-finish line, which is where he's at. He's 3 boxes beyond the start-finish line. If he'd have been pitting before it, all he had to do is beat the leader to the start-finish line, but he did not beat him to the end of pit road, so he is a lap down. But he's one of many that took the wave around right there, including Ryan Blaney.
Hendrick and Blaney took the wave around, so we'll restart with 20 cars on the lead lap. Chase Briscoe got the free pass. So 20 contenders here.
All right, guys, we'll have about 50 laps to go when we get back. Green flag racing here in just a minute. And the Hendrick cars, we'll get to that here shortly there, Terry. As we get back to the restart zone here, as we go back. Green flag racing here with 50 laps to go at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go racing, boys! And Christopher Bell on the inside of Danny Hamlin as we enter in turn number 1. And exiting turn number 2, Christopher Bell is side by side with his teammate going down the backstretch. And we see there Chase Elliott looking on the inside of Christopher Bell. And William Byron trying to make a move on the outside. But it's not enough as Christopher Bell is able to dive bomb the inside and take the lead away from Denny Hamlin. But Hamlin with a nice run there coming through the tri-oval. And Hamlin still side by side as they enter turn number 1 and come through the exit at turn number 2. Hamlin back in the lead out in front of Christopher Bell. As we start to stretch things out here with 49 laps to go, Bell drops to second place. Chase Elliott is now third with Chris Buescher all the way to fourth. William Byron is fifth and Kyle Larson in sixth. As we see a lot of cars really looking for positions back behind the leaders as Christopher Bell battles behind Hamlin for the lead. Right behind them is Chase Elliott. He's about a half a car length back from the number 20 Toyota. And William Byron now on the inside of Chris Buescher trying to get back up inside the top 4. A nice run by William Byron. He gets on the inside of the number 17, but that Ford Mustang will not go down quietly. As Chris Buescher has a nice run in the tri-oval. And entering turn number 1, it does look like William Byron has the speed advantage, but good grip coming out of the exit of the corner for Chris Buescher. They're side by side, almost contact there in the backstretch. Great racing here from these two drivers, William Byron and Chris Buescher.
Hamlin's last lap was half a second faster than the cars from 5th on back.
Well, that's good intel too, Mike. And if I'm
So William Byron, they're now on the inside, out in front of Chris Buescher as he takes away that 4th place position. So a good run here by William Byron, who has led some laps here today, but he needs to get back up towards his teammate there as Chase Elliott now looks to get on the inside of Christopher Bell as Elliott tries to get inside the top 2. And you see two teammates there, Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick, exchanging positions here between 9th and 8th place as they try to hold on to those top 10 finishes here with 45 laps to go here in this one at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Bring that shade onto the straightaway and that track, Tim, starts to go down that's when that end of the racetrack starts to get a little quicker. Not so much the case in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 will definitely pick up speed.
Teammates Keselowski and Preece battle for position here. Now, at the end of these runs, cars...
Thank you, Ghost. Appreciate you, brother.
...from their fastest lap of the run. Right now, these cars are running within half a second of their fastest...
Come on, Bobby Boucher, Butcher. Whip that pony. Heck yeah, Robert. And hey, how about Brad Keselowski here, guys? You got to be impressed with the guy who started 28th, ended 19th after stage number 1, ended 14th after stage number 2, and now Brad Keselowski is currently 10th in the number 6 Ford Mustang there. A great run here by the RFK Racing team. Both him and Chris Busch are inside the top 10, with Ryan Preece right outside the top 10. And speaking of right outside the top 10, how about Chase Briscoe? This guy went all the way down at least 2 or 3 laps, and he's been able to get back on the lead lap here. And a great run now for Chase Briscoe, overcoming that speeding penalty and now trying to crack inside the top 10.
So he knows that the expectations are to be up there with his teammates.
It took him 172 laps to get back to the lead lap. It's taken him only about 12 laps to be knocking on the door of the top 10. Hometowner Noah Gregson on pit road for an unscheduled stop.
So Chase Briscoe has been the biggest mover here, up 7+ spots since the restart at lap 218. We've got 40 laps to go here, and Chase Briscoe has now cracked inside the top 10. Congratulations to the driver of the number 19 Toyota. And now we're seeing here, hey, how about Ty Gibbs getting on the inside of Kyle Larson? And now the number 54 Toyota has taken away that 6th place position from the number 5 Chevrolet. And for Kyle Larson, it looks like that tire wear is starting to become an issue as he's fallen off here after leading some laps earlier in this race. Daniel Barry, how we doing, buddy?
Somebody being too greedy. I'll tell you who's nervous. Anybody who's right in front of Chase Briscoe, because he is coming to the front.
Yeah, he's up 8 spots. Boy, Bubba used it all there.
Todd Gilliland on pit road, and Michael McDowell making stops for 4 tires.
So Briscoe now on the back bumper here of Bubba Wallace. And Briscoe's got a fast race car, but is there enough time left for him to get this car up towards the front? We've got 39 laps to go, and I can imagine a lot of these drivers would like to see maybe 1 or 2 more cautions before the end of this race is up. And a nice big run there by the 19, Chase Briscoe on the outside, able to get around the 23 of Bubba Wallace, entering turn number 1 with 38 laps to go. Chase Briscoe takes over the 9th place position. And oh man, people better watch out as we see Chase Briscoe making his way up towards the front. But is there enough time left? Man, Briscoe's got like the fastest car on the racetrack right now, man. And yeah, man, Brad having a good run here. Chris Buescher is currently 5th, having a great run here as well.
Such a finicky racetrack, and so walking that razor's edge of too tight, too loose, and this racetrack will do that. It's just like we talked about turns 1 and 2 with the shadows, but any change in the temperature, the ambient temperature in that track temperature will make these cars swing in a direction, but these tires also lay down a lot of rubber, and when you get the track rubbered up from the top to the bottom, I mean, it can make the racetrack swing, and you go back out sometimes and you'll be like, "Hey Larry, did you change my car?" Nope. Didn't change your car, Kevin.
So Denny Hamlin still holding on to the lead here. Christopher Bell
This is for second.
in 2nd, but Chase Elliott now in 3rd, right behind Christopher Bell here. We've got 35 laps to go here in this race. Yeah, Chase Elliott now on the inside, and Christopher Bell going down the backstretch. The number 9 Chevrolet looks like he will take away the second place position. A great run there by Chase Elliott. And Elliott clears Bell going down the front stretch into the tri-oval, and that was a beautiful pass by the number 9 Chevrolet. And Chase Elliott now will look to chip away at that lead as he starts to pull away from Christopher Bell. These Chevys here for Hendrick Motorsports are starting to get faster on the long runs. So William Byron now approaching the rear bumper of Christopher Bell, looking to take away that top 3 spot. Hamlin still holding on to the lead here as Elliott now tries to find a way to get battling up towards the front.
We talked about it at the beginning of the day. Run into each other last week and find yourself together completely. These guys are still together, Clint.
Get away from me for crying out loud.
So Hamlin holding on to the lead here as a lot of drivers near the back of the pack continue to battle for position.
They were so dominant here, 5 or 6 years ago, as before we went to this generation of car. But they have struggled all weekend. See Denny Hamlin still on the bottom of the racetrack there through 1 and 2, and that's
So Hamlin really using the bottom of the racetrack here with 32 laps to go. He's getting into some traffic here.
34 cars running his middle lane, but we've seen throughout the day as the leader catches lap traffic, it really drags that second place car up quickly because it takes so much time to work yourself through that traffic. And these guys will be a harder pass because remember, Mike, they just pitted.
Yes, they were just on pit road, and that's what put Gilliland 3 laps down.
So we see here Hamlin now getting up with some traffic down the backstretch here at lap 237. And the average lap of last caution is around lap 240 with 27 laps to go. 2 races have ended in overtime in the last 8 races here at Las Vegas. So we'll see if we end up getting an overtime finish here in this one. So yeah, Chase is not too far away. He's about 1.5 seconds off the leader's pace right now, but is chipping away at that lead. And Hamlin's running into some traffic right now with 30 laps to go. That could be exactly what Elliott needs. And uh-oh, we've got a move here. William Byron on the inside of Christopher Bell. And the number 24 Chevrolet looks to take away that 4th place spot. Or that 3rd place position now belongs to William Byron. A beautiful pass there by the number 24 Chevrolet as he gets around Christopher Bell and now blocking the number 20. William Byron now is in 3rd place. And Christopher Bell starting to fall backwards here. And you got to think the frustration starting to mount there for Christopher Bell as the driver of the number 20 Toyota has now lost 2 spots since the restart.
Ty Gibbs 3.5 back. Kyle Larson 4.3 back. Chase Briscoe, what a great recovery. He's picked up 10.
And yeah, guys, Chase Briscoe has now worked his way up all the way to 8th now with 28 laps to go. And what a great stop.
Instagram and look in the mirror up to the upper left right there. Do you see the flashing blue lights? He got stopped on the way to the racetrack, so he's had to overcome that as well.
Yeah, and the bad part about it.
Yeah, you're right about that, Ghost. Chase Elliott just biding his time.
And having that mistake are just not scoring those stage points for him because he's so far buried in the points. And now you've got guys that you want to race with and contend with that have gotten stage points and going to get a decent finish. So you've really not made up anything.
So, mid-race, we talked about 3 of the 4 Gibbs cars in trouble. Briscoe speeding and a loose wheel. Denny Hamlin speeding. Ty Gibbs speeding. Oh, they're in trouble. 3 of the 4. Well, now they're all in the top 8. What a rebound. How about Denny Hamlin's day from his radio remix?
So we'll hear from Denny Hamlin's day on the radio remix here.
Clear 1 back, 3rd lane. Still clear, 2 back, 3rd lane. Still 2. Green checker here. Nice work. Good job there. They're saying the 11 and the 54 both too fast entering section 1. Are we for sure a penalty? He's checking. My official did say we were speeding. Still up there barely. Chasing you down the hill. You're clear, clear, clear.
Hamlin has had a very good back and forth race here, overcoming that speeding penalty after stage number 1 and coming all the way back to take the lead here with 25 laps to go in Las Vegas. Now running into this traffic here, Elliott in second place will have a chance to try to catch up with the leader here, but I imagine, will there be enough time? Will there be enough laps left for Chase Elliott to get back up here and contend for the lead?
That's when that 11 started to fade. Now, have they made an adjustment to compensate for that?
The bell will ring at the pool hall in Dawsonville. Well, there you go, Jeffrey.
Well, now Chase Elliott, maybe he's picking up some due to the leader getting into traffic.
And that's right, guys. You see there, Elliott a couple of miles per hour faster than the leader. There on that last lap. He's currently in second. And man, Elliott could really use a victory here to help him out in those NASCAR Cup Series point standings. And Hamlin running into some traffic here, but you see there, Elliott still a few car lengths back, but instead of being about a second and a half, he's closer to a second off the leader now. But we've got 23 laps to go. Hamlin still holding on to the lead.
Ware definitely raced him pretty hard right there to keep him held up.
Regan?
Well, Mike, think back to something also on the last pit stop that we talked about there. Chase Elliott at the end of that last run, which was roughly 40 laps, said that was the best his car had ended the run all day long. He's been on the free side, but he's also been talking about how it's allowing him to wrap the bottom of the racetrack really well. So something that we got to keep an eye on as this plays out.
2/10 quicker than Hamlin that last lap.
Danny's hard, and watch his throttle when he gets back to the gas. He's not being able to go to it. Womp off the corner. That's telling me inside that race car he's tied up off.
Which is what you heard on the in-car camera last time. You just heard him, just having to...
One more caution. It's a possibility. Right now, everything looks pretty clean. So unless somebody spins out or, possibly gets a flat tire, I'm not really seeing another caution coming out here, Robert. And you're right, Ghost. Chase is biding his time right now.
So the worst thing that he wants to see is somebody beside him, and he's got a car in front of him, which would explain why the 51 of Cody Ware right there can pull to the inside of Denny Hamlin.
Cody Ware with 20-lap fresher tires, even though he's several laps down. And Ty Dillon was also on pit road recently.
That slowed him down there, too.
It slowed him down, but he's going to be able to work by. He's got to have clean air in order to not give up that time that he gave up. I think he can keep pace with Chase Elliott if he stays in clean air. But we'll see what Chase...
So there we go, as Danny Hamlin was able to get around those lap cars. Elliott is right there within a second of the leader, but we've got 19 laps to go.
To pass those other two Chevrolets. What do you think, Blake?
Yeah. Well, you look over and one of them is 3 laps down, the other one's 4 laps down, so they'll probably make it easier on him.
Now, one of the quickest cars on the racetrack these last 4 or 5 laps has been Ty Gibbs, and he's run down Chris Buescher. Here they battle for 5th.
Yeah, and that's what we saw out of this car yesterday in practice, was really, really good long run speed. It's kind of been hit or miss today.
How about this, guys? Ty Gibbs now making a move on the inside of Chris Buescher. And that number 54 Toyota wants a top 5 finish here. And he's battling to get it with 18 laps to go. Chris Buescher holding on to that position there with the speed on the outside. But Ty Gibbs on the inside coming down the front stretch will take away that top 5 spot.
He's able to put himself in the 5th right here late in the running of this race with 17 laps to go.
And we're back to close to where we started the day with 3 Toyotas in the top 6, 2 Chevys, and Buescher's Ford.
Well, some of that's cleaning the messes up, right? But I mean, Buescher, we've talked about him earlier, and he is so impressive with just grinding these races out, doing it the hard way, and always quiet.
So Chris Buescher now in 6th, trying to get back inside the top 5. He'll keep battling with Ty Gibbs there. And how about the Penske Cup Series drivers? Not really too good of a finish here for either one of them. Ryan Blaney, who did lead a couple laps earlier today, not doing so well. Right now, currently in 18th, Joey Logano in 15th, and Austin Cindric in 20th. So not really a good day here for the Penske Ford Mustangs.
Well, both of these cars I expected to run better today. And even though
Grandpa said, go win one or I'll spend all of your trust fund money. Robert, don't do that. Yep, Scotty, I got you, buddy. Made it a little bigger for everyone. Hope it's working better for you guys.
Both of these cars. Ross Chastain obviously has a great record here. Ryan Blaney has had some bad luck here, but last week's winner and typically a car we expect to race in the top 5, but neither one of these cars have performed up to what we expected today.
It's just been one of those races where if you get behind and mistakes made the difference, you can't make up any ground. There was no cautions that flipped the stages or anything weird like that. It went green flag stops and then right into the stage in. So if you weren't one of those cars established at the front, you couldn't capitalize on anything today.
Now let's move to 7th place because Chase Briscoe's march to the front may have stopped right here. He's got himself up to 7th place, but all of the cars ahead of him are lapping faster than the number 19 right now.
And now, guys, we see here Chase Briscoe has now worked his way around Kyle Larson for the number 7th place position, but that probably could be the end of him trying to get up towards the front here with 13 laps to go. Unless we get a caution here, Chase Briscoe will have to settle for a top 10 finish here, and that's a good bounce back for the number 19 Toyota team for Joe Gibbs Racing after taking that speeding penalty early on and going down multiple laps, able to crawl his way back for a top 10 finish. That's incredible for Chase Briscoe and his number 19 Toyota Racing team.
New territory with the track position that he has now, so kind of a day.
Kyle Larson now finding himself dropping backwards here after leading a lot of laps. He's now currently in 8th, trying to hold on to a top 10 finish here in that number 5 Chevrolet.
When we talk about manufacturers, we always talk about Team Penske, but right now the top 3 Ford drivers are all RFK. Buescher in 6th, Keselowski in 11th, who's been running long every green flag pit cycle, and Priest back there in 12th.
Good day for RFK to be sure.
So we've got 11 laps to go here. Brad Keselowski battling with Bubba Wallace here to try to get a top 10 finish. Currently riding in 11th place. This could be one of the best finishes of the season here for Brad Keselowski in that number 6 Ford Mustang. So right now, Chase is still about a second behind the leader in Denny Hamlin. And we'll see if Elliott's going to be able to crawl any closer. But right now, Hamlin's really holding on to that lead.
Valid point with him, you said earlier.
In 10th place, just in front of his windshield, that's Bubba Wallace.
Hey, what's up, Priscilla? What's up, Scotty Day? Terry, how we doing? Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As we see here, Hamlin still holding on to the lead here. Elliott in 2nd place, trying to find a way to battle up there towards the leader. As we're seeing here, Brad Keselowski having a great run, currently in 11th, trying to get inside the top 10 to get around Bubba Wallace. But the number 23 Toyota has been very fast today as Bubba looks for another solid top 10 finish this 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season.
So steady Eddie with his 23 team of Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, 9th and 10th, Reddick and Wallace for 23-11. Kevin, you called it right at the start of the weekend. Denny Hamlin was the man to beat here. That he had the car, he had the confidence, he had the win here last November, and was just poised to come back to victory lane. What led you in that direction?
Well, nothing's changed. The tires the same. The racetrack temperatures are pretty much the same outside. You know, his team hasn't changed.
Cars haven't changed.
The cars haven't changed. The Chevrolet cars have changed.
So you see here in 725 starts in his Cup Series career, Denny Hamlin has 60 career wins, 249 career top 5s, and those 60 wins are tied for top 10 most of all time with Kevin Harvick. So with the victory here, this would get Denny Hamlin his 61st career victory.
Records are always going to be broken and changed, and Denny Hamlin's going to surpass that 60 by quite a margin, in my opinion, over the next couple of years. Yeah, he's going to be, you know, mid 60s to 70 by the time he's done. So, But I thought he was going to be the guy to beat today, just with the way that they ran last year and how fast their car was, how well he qualified, and everything that they did in practice. But when you see the driver that confident, and he was a confident.
What's up, Mike? What's going on? Scotty D, I feel you. Even my glasses have glasses.
You know that they've got something that they're pretty happy to work with.
So Hamlin holding on to the lead here. There'll be 5 laps to go as we come through the tri-oval. Chase Elliott has been able to get around the lap cars a little faster than Hamlin now, and he could get back up there with the leader with 5 laps to go. And now you see here Elliott within a second of the leader here as he continues to chip away. Guys, we know one. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet, guys. We could have a battle here.
Keep his car a little bit lower, but watch from the center to the exit of the corner. That's where he was having trouble at the end of last runs. Last lap, Elliott was 30.
So you see Joe Gibbs, the car owner there for the number 11, number 19, number 20, and the number 54, looking onward here.
That's why I wanted to see those throttles and exactly what I picked up last time. All right, don't engrave the trophy just yet.
No, not yet.
So we got 4 laps to go here. Elliott is battling. He's getting closer and closer to the leader here. As we come into turn number 3 and 4 here, we could have a very good finish here with 3 laps to go here in Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin coming through the tri-oval across the start-finish line. 3 laps to go here for Hamlin, who's looking for his 61st career Cup Series victory. But Chase Elliott is looking. He's looking to try to cut into that lead. He's now within a half a second with 3 laps to go. Oh, man, can Elliott get there? And now still right there, Elliott has a chance, but we've got 2 laps to go here in Las Vegas. Hamlin going into turn number 1 here. He's going to take the low side. And Elliott right behind him there on the bottom lane. As they come out of turn number 2, a good run out of the exit there for the number 9 Chevrolet. And this lap vehicle could play big into this last couple of laps. Heading into turn number 3, Hamlin on the bottom, as he's able to get around that lap vehicle with ease. Elliott now coming to the tri-oval here. Hamlin with 1 flag, 1 lap to go. The white flag is out. And with the white flag, the next flag will end this race. And Elliott battling there on the bottom lane, heading out of turn number 2 as they come down the backstretch. Hamlin looking to get himself officially inside the top 10 of the NASCAR Cup Series history of drivers with the most career wins. And your winner coming out of turn number 4 here in Las Vegas, it's Denny Hamlin, your winner at Las Vegas Motor Speedway here in the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. What a victory here for Denny Hamlin, who led the most laps here today and gets his first victory of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. And there's Joe Gibbs, his car owner, very happy with the victory by his driver as Denny Hamlin takes that number 11 to victory lane. A big win here for Hamlin. And Chase Elliott finishes second, his best finish of the year thus far. In that number 9 Chevrolet, his teammate finishes third in the number 24 Chevrolet. William Byron with a good run here. He led some laps as well. Christopher Bell, who also led a lot of laps as well, finished fourth in his number 20 Toyota. And we see here in fifth, it's Ty Gibbs. Another impressive finish there by Ty Gibbs. This one, a top 5 to give Joe Gibbs Racing 3 Toyotas to finish inside the top 5 here. A great finish for Ty Gibbs in the number 5 position in the number 54 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. Chris Buescher finishes 6th in the number 17 Ford Mustang. Kyle Larson, who led some laps and did pretty good racing throughout the day, he finishes 7th in his number 5 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. And how about the rebound from Chase Briscoe, as Briscoe had to go to the back of the pack because of a speeding penalty early on in this race. He ends up coming all the way back to finish 8th here in this Las Vegas Motor Speedway race for the NASCAR Cup Series. So the number 19 Toyota finishes 8th. The number 23 Toyota of Bubba Wallace gets another top 10 finish, finishing 9th. And Brad Keselowski gets his first top 10 finish of the year, finishing 10th here in the number 6 Ford Mustang. A terrific win for Denny Hamlin, who now passes Kevin Harvick for his 61st career win in the Cup Series that moves him into 10th all-time on the NASCAR Cup Series win list. And the burnout is spectacular, along with the big victory here for Denny Hamlin and Joe Gibbs Racing. Their first win of the year. Toyota has definitely dominated at the early part of this race and this season for the Cup Series.
A popular win with the Las Vegas crowd. And former teammates Suarez and Chastain talking it out on pit road.
And we see there's some frustration between Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez there on the racetrack, as Denny Hamlin will get the number 11 Toyota Camry into victory lane, and a big win here for Denny Hamlin.
He said at the end of last season, I want to take some time. I'm not sure I want to do another season of this. And of course, he did, and he has captured the flag. Jamie.
And Denny Hamlin taking it all in. A lot of fans here in Las Vegas. First question, though, Denny. What you were able to accomplish today. You had the speeding penalty, 31st to first, and no time at all. And then you were able to hold off Chase Elliott hard charging on the longest run we had of the day. How did you overcome and get back to victory lane today?
Being part of Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota, that definitely helps the situation. But over the last few races here, just had a dominant car, and makes me look good when I can drive cars like this. But I got to thank the whole team, and they're the ones that made all this happen. And
there's the girl.
Oh, and Denny Hamlin's girls there crying after the victory.
Denny's family all here, and Denny, Mike just mentioned it, what you've been through personally with your family in this off season. That coming into Daytona, you said you weren't even sure that you were ready to get back behind the wheel. What did it take for you to get back behind the wheel and back here with your family winning?
I mean, I know it took a few weeks to feel like driving, and over the last couple of weeks, I've definitely, regained my love of it, and got refocused.
That's awesome, Hamlin.
These are great opportunities for us, and
heck yeah, man.
This is.
Tell Mom to come on in, Jordan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Boy.
Danny Hamlin's mom is there too. Nice to see her healthy and walking around. Telling her that her father would be so proud of him. Wow, that's awesome, man. Woo! I'll bring some tears to my eyes.
Get here, and now that have Ronan, generations.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. What a big win there for Denny Hamlin. A big victory here for Joe Gibbs Racing, and Toyota Racing has dominated the early part of the season here in this one. An emotional victory for Denny Hamlin and his family. The first win for Denny Hamlin this season, but his 61st career win in the NASCAR Cup Series moves him into 10th all-time in the NASCAR Cup Series in the history of victories. So a big, big win there, man. Now we know why Chevy and Ford are scrutinized under inspection, but not the first Toyota. Family is everything, says Robert. Hell yeah, man. Thank you, King Nap, there with the W in the chat. Appreciate you guys, and thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show, guys, for this live play-by-play here for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Your winners here today, it's Denny Hamlin and Joe Gibbs Racing, as the number 11 Toyota Camry will now go into victory lane after a terrific finish Leading the most laps here today, Danny Hamlin gets his 3rd career win at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show for this live play-by-play here for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas. And make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to one of the most electrifying sports entertainment channels on YouTube today. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Now let's go. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you guys next time here on the channel. Peace out. Peace, 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 peace out. Peace, 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 peace out. Yeah. Love you guys.